Audio test 1, 2, 3. Looking good. Microphone check. Right then, let's transfer over to the screen. Let's go this one first. So, this is... Oh, would help if I click play. This is our special episode, I suppose, because this is our first session as a Twitch affiliate, which is pretty cool. So, got a couple of new fancy doodads over on Twitch now, such as some pretty bad emotes that I made quite rushed. Got various different cheer stuff and other bits and bobs. But yeah, considering it is nearly 22 and the group is ready to go, I'm just going to jump straight in. So, let me just get some transitions going. Hopefully I've got everything ready for this. And we'll get the show going. Right, that one. Close that one. Add that one. Let's get the quest frame up first. I still need to figure out a way to do this more efficiently, but hey ho. Looking good. Cool. Right, I'll unmute myself on Discord.
No.
I don't have one, so no.
Hello.
You can use your phone now.
Hail. Good day.
Oh, that's an add-on. Oh. I love
You
it.
just discovered the Beyond 20 add-on, Joel.
Yeah, how can I add my character?
So you go to the features and traits page on the character, and that's
Oh, awesome. Thank you,
That's what
Debbie.
I'd
You
do.
actually got me to test out the animation. Hell yeah.
Woo!
You got the zombie hand. I can't remember what I've made it. Do random ones, I think. If I remember
20%
right.
off, Max.
Is it?
Hey, I
Shit.
don't get the happy face. Why don't I get the happy face?
I think the happy face is for tier 2. So I think you only get the sad face.
Look at my angry spirit.
Oh no!
If you have the stream running in the background, though, you can earn some points that can unlock more. You can unlock the other remote, though. I think.
Isn't
I
the other
need
one
my
tier 3?
I think tier 3 is the version of one of the Tiamat heads, like the TSR dragon I made.
Yeah, the Drake.
Pixel. Yeah.
Can I
I
just?
thought I'd put that
Tier
behind
1.
there because I don't think that's the one we're going to least use, to be honest.
Oh, I can actually. Just. Well, that's.
But we'll do a quick ready check, I suppose. Is anyone not here?
Me.
I'm not.
Damn it! I can't begin then. Right, well, stream's
Right.
over, stream ending. Right,
My bad.
there we go. Thank you for tuning
Such a
in. No one's
Hey,
here.
I got to use my
Yeah.
angry faces.
It's not a session of Curse of Strahd without Sterling.
True.
Features and traits.
It's alright, Adam.
Oh, are we going to kill off
just to
Sterling?
have the stream
Jim?
on and watch the ads, I think I'll earn like a penny or two every now and again with it. So.
Adam, what do I need to do? Features and traits.
Yes.
No, why isn't my founder
And
badge
then?
showing up? Everyone.
I'm still.
How do I assign to Max's stream?
Oh,
You,
there. I need to send a campaign link to it. To the extension.
Yeah, what were you
I'll
talking about, Adam?
Oh, we were talking about the thing in Roll20. I'll get that sorted another time because I only just managed to get it working for 2 people to be honest.
No worries.
Cool. Right, that's done there. Don't need to see that. Oh, I have a special run an ad break
Actually,
button now. Okay, that's kind of terrifying. Let's not click that one. Right. Is everyone in? Oh, who's not in? Debbie. Why do I not see your name on my list of players in Roll20?
She rolled high on
It's
stealth.
Muted, yeah.
Damn it! So stealth, I
Can you
didn't
not
even see the roll.
Send us the campaign link now. It's just literally a case of us joining. It's really quick.
I still need to do other stuff though to get it working. To tweak the extension and all that stuff. I think I could do it quickly though. Campaigns, right. Where's the best place to put this? Probably Discord D&D chat, right?
Indeed.
Oh, Hannah's made an account, I think. That's her user handle. She's got a little spooky ghost there.
Ooh.
I'll like yell, thank you, Hannah. Right. What we're doing? View campaign.
Adam, I'm very upset that you didn't respond to my my response to Nathan.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. It's been a fucking pandemonium next to me, so I've had to
Why?
remain muted. Mum entered, so it was like a stampede.
Ah.
You know the way she do,
The usual.
dropping things, slamming
Yeah.
doors.
I'm
Isn't
glad we
that
didn't
right,
do this
Dad?
before, Max.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad we didn't do this before.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I
no.
would have had to remove and replace.
Yeah, exactly, man. Right. We'll figure that another time, but that's a link. I'll fix it for the next stream. We could do it with Ant's campaign as well, I think. Problem is I can't have my character sheet on there, or
I think we've
I
done
don't
this.
think
haven't
Sam. I don't think Sam does D&D Beyond either. So
we? I've already
We've
started
signed
it.
up to it on that one, Adam, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got Valmont's already in this campaign. Okay.
yeah. You and Oric are showing, I think. Right then. So are we good to start? We all good?
oh god, full screen.
Are we still
No
in our
DM,
Debbie?
yeah.
Debbie's dead.
Debbie's dead. Ben's dead. Ben's typing, so he's around
I'm
somewhere.
here.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
sorry, I was just grabbing a drink.
That's right. That's right. Right. So, I don't believe there's much to recap, to be honest, from last session. You guys were just trying to figure out what you were doing. I believe you were going to follow the lead of Bluto, and you currently believe
Yes.
he is currently on the lake. I'm trying to remember the
I
name.
believe we saw him, didn't we?
We
Did
got
we
invited to a
approach?
party.
You did
Yeah,
get
so we
invited to
don't
the
ignore that.
party at the Watcher's Manor, yes. Because
It's been
you
2
guys
weeks.
did a bunch of.
Right.
I remember now. You guys did a bunch of shopping, got
Mhm.
some fancy clothes,
Or
various
killed
different
a
Oh,
things.
child.
that reminds me. I was going to
Oh,
ask you if
yeah.
I could just add some
Oh,
javelins to my inventory.
you gave us some to Gugisa. Thank you, Debbie.
Well, gifted sub just goes out to whoever, so
A random person. It would be to Gugisa
Yeah.
of all people. That's kind of cool.
yeah.
Fuck's sake.
There you go, Gagisa.
Adam said, like, damn it.
I did say Adam see it, so he didn't have Prime.
I think there's a way to do it to a specific person, but I'm not too sure. I've not
Yes.
really dabbled
Yes,
with that
give
stuff.
to a specific viewer.
Oh my
plus
god, thank you,
more.
Joe. Holy
Oh
shit.
yeah, shit.
You're going to be buying some D&D books in a year time or something?
Specific, yeah.
Hannah's
Yeah,
found the
there's-
cat
do the
emojis.
Random one.
Definitely worth me subscribing with Prime there.
Excuse
I mean,
me, there are
it's
cat
free
emojis.
Bezo bucks, you know? Free Bezo bucks. Right. Where was I? Train of thought is gone.
We were talking about how we went shopping a lot.
Yes, you went
And
shopping.
or killed a
And I
child.
forgot to ask if I could just buy some javelins and just
No.
subtract the money because I can't be asked to RP with that bloody black.
That's fine. Let's just say you did procure it because you did go to the right shop for it. So just go by
Excuse me,
normal
the-
place handbook cost.
The Lady Sophia Dragove could get them for free if we roleplayed, but
Right,
I
look,
mean-
let's just be clear. Like, I'm
I
not
don't think
kicking
what's the
down
deal with
another
that.
door
Also, a very
and
important
announcing
thing.
your arrival again.
Bluto. Max.
Yes.
How do you spell Bluto?
Bluto.
Yes.
Same as Pluto, but with a B for Bravo.
Because I have been writing it as blue, as in the colour, space, then toe.
There you go. I've typed it in the Roll20 chat for you.
That's how I've been writing it in all of my notes. And I'm going to keep doing that until someone in game tells me.
Yep. You're making me second guess my own character now. Yeah, it is
Hey,
spelled like
Flynn,
that.
that's
Cool.
a typo. You should correct it from our.
Yeah.
You haven't read my time. Just
Right then. So I think you're congregated at the Blue Water Inn, trying to figure out your next steps.
we were. Yeah, I think
I
we
believe
finished
we
it
had
describing
already
that we saw a figure on the
approached,
lake
yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Figure on the lake. So let's
Mhm. in the
get you
distance, and then we're going to
over
make
here.
Diego
I have some
swim.
stuff ready for
Over.
this. I hope to God the Discord bot works. So
I don't believe it's allowed to join this channel with an
I already-
invitation. I believe you have to drag it.
I already tested it. It actually does come straight in.
Oh, nice. Should we turn
Um,
down the music that's on Beyond?
There's music on
You
D&D
mean
Beyond.
Roll20.
Oh, Roll20.
Roll20.
Roll 20, that's what I meant. It
Don't
was
worry,
stuff
I
that
forgot the
guess
special
what?
splash music for this page. There we go. Right, I'll get that one out the way for you guys. So let's
Nice.
try that one
Oh, Bluey.
Hey, old bot.
and drag it over to the correct image. So as you walk down a muddy road towards Lake Zarovich, yeah, Zarovich, this is the scene you guys see. So I need to transition my stuff as well. Let's get the quest log down. get that. Oh, there we go. So this is the scene you see. You see a lone, at the foot of the mountain, nestled in the misty forest, is a large lake. The water is perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds overhead like a monstrous mirror. In the back, you see the towering mountains of Baratok Mountains. Behind it, where the rumored Mad Maid resides. Pulled along the south shore, which you guys are all gathered at the moment, are 3 small rowing boats. A 4th boat can be seen in the middle of a lake, where a lone figure is sitting with a fishing pole. What would you guys like to do?
Fireball.
Oh, roll for attack. Let's go.
I don't have to roll. It just is.
It's the part where we find out that Bluto is the Mad Mage.
And he's also Strahd at the same time. Because every NPC is probably Strahd.
That's pretty
Yeah.
interesting, yeah. As for what we want to do, do we want to row out, or should we try and shout at him from here?
I mean, you can shout at him first.
I'm good with shouting.
If you were to eyeball the distance the boat is away from you, you would reckon is roughly about 400 feet away. So unless you have a way to extenuate your voice in some capacity, you will not be able to just shout down the
Sound
boat.
carries very well over water, I'll have you know.
Well, you can try. Might strain your voice and,
Take point.
not be able to cast verbal semantic spells after it.
All part of me is considering stamping on Sophia's foot just to make her scream. I don't suppose
yeah,
we
go
have
on,
any
you're
way
gonna
to.
yell.
1 second. I was not the one to get the nice new shoes. That was Debbie.
There's nothing
It's
wrong with
wearing
the
them
shoes,
right
just
now.
a stamp
Yeah.
on the foot.
I think you left them in the room in the Blue Water Inn, didn't you?
Yep.
Or they're in the backpack ready to go.
Wait, did we go back to the inn before we set out on this? I can't remember.
Mhm.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
We
Yeah,
did. Then
just to
I
meet
probably
up with
would have
everybody
left them there, yeah.
Okay, you left them there, cool. Be terrible if you fell out of a boat and got them all muddy, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
Hold
Forget
on,
about
I have an
drowning.
idea. Sterling,
Yes.
can you cast light on this crossbow bolt for me?
Oh
Indeed.
fuck.
It's gonna kill Blue.
I cast.
Out of curiosity, what are you
I cast
thinking, Ulrich?
light.
I'm
Alright.
gonna.
What are you thinking?
Well, he'll see it and he'll come towards us.
Will he?
Yeah.
I mean, if we shoot
We don't
him,
have anyone who can
and then
cast like a spell
call out.
to increase how loud we are. Is that a magic thing you can do?
I mean, some spells are loud.
Not
don't-
not me. I can't do that. But this might work. Are you guys gonna let me do it?
I like how
we have
you're
much
like
better.
questioning your own decisions. Like, you guys are letting me do this?
It's stupid. Dude. Rolls a match
Oh,
20.
actually,
20.
Allow me to ask a better question. Who here can row a boat?
I mean,
I've never been on a
can.
boat in my life.
I
I
have.
am prone
Go
to
on.
sinking, so I'd rather stay on land.
Sophia's pretty
in-
scared of boats because she has been pretty heavy in the last
Mm.
years of her life.
I jump straight
lot
in the
way.
boat if Sophia as soon as Sophia says she's staying on land. I jump straight in the boat.
Zero
Let's
hesitation.
No
Now-
hesitation. What?
These boats, is anyone actually... Let's ask an interesting question to see if anyone's actually taken some interesting
That's
proficiencies.
why I asked.
Is anyone proficient in vehicle or boats? Or anything
I'm not getting 'em.
closely associated to it?
I'm proficient in land vehicles, not.
These are definitely
yeah,
not
right,
land
mate.
vehicles.
Yeah.
If we use like in Minecraft boats across the land, we'll be fine. But otherwise, we're in trouble.
So yeah, you think these boats are sturdy? Should be fine. Does anyone else jump in a boat with
not
I'm
sturdy?
being-
already in one.
while
You're
not
already in
being-
one. You're just
while
sat in
not
this one
being
right here.
Proficient.
Yeah, I've
in-
got the oars in my oars in my hand,
Mhm.
like looking at people like as if like, are you coming or not, kind of thing.
Forgive me, but I think our combined weight, even with a few of us, would probably sink one of these boats. So I'm
Max.
staying right fucking there.
Yes.
as Flint did live by a river in which the town was on sort of both sides,
Oh,
which is where Sacomba is,
indeed.
would I be able to see if the boats were in?
Nathan, that's not a boat. That's a bridge.
It wasn't a bridge though.
I will allow you to do a investigation check.
Sorted.
Oryx is standing there, crossbow still in hand, like
I'm pretty sure this is the
Ah,
right.
fuck, they're mimics.
Never mind.
Oh,
It's been
you're
a
not
while.
you're not even sure if these are even boats.
It's
Um,
good.
They
all
may
right,
be
keep going.
boats.
Your plan. I don't trust anyone here.
Yeah,
with
just
boats.
more scratching his head.
Sam, did you cast lay on it, by the way?
Yes, I did.
I shoot up into the air, like towards the lake bit, but not directly towards him.
Well, let's
So
just
Pluto's about to be
see
hit by a
how
crossbow.
chance feels. So let's leave it in the hands of Lokin, the hand of fate. Joel, since
as
you
he's-
are the champion of Lokin, would you like to roll 1d100? A
I'm
1 or
gonna be
100
like-
hits the boat.
I'm gonna be like waving my arms, like trying to get his attention,
But-
so when he looks in this
That's
direction, we
1
can
in
see the.
50 chance.
I know
Yeah.
you're not aiming towards him, but what I'm saying is, what if there's a
It
sudden
literally
gust of
can't
wind?
reach. It has 320-foot range.
It might be a gust of wind carrying on. You have
Yeah.
2 in 100 chance.
If this hits, I'll be proud.
Exactly. You should be very proud if it hits.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be waving my arms to like try like say like look over here, we're over here. Can you like come towards us rather than like rather than him look back and us looking all menacing and firing arrows at him.
The arrow just sails into the fog. You lose sight of it briefly as the light grows dim, as the fog is fairly thick, and you just hear land in the distance, and just a little bloop noise goes off as the light goes dark in the murky waters of the lake.
Do
I would like you all to do a perception check for me, please.
My specialty.
Or if anyone's not particularly paying attention, they don't have to. I'm
I'll do it.
guessing all of you will be keeping an eye out at this point in time.
Oh, my attention is mostly focused towards the
Hang
lake
on
to
a
see if
second.
there's any reaction.
I can't just roll perception
Oh,
on here. Oh, I can. Never mind. What am I, an idiot?
Damn, that was nearly 19.
oh, that's good.
Hey.
Even the point of wait, that's not even.
Oh,
What
for
is
fuck's
that?
sake.
Oh,
Oh.
I need to change.
Wait, is that
Ooh,
a
nat
wow!
one?
Did you? Is that a nat 20 I see there, Adam?
That's a nat 20
Is
and a
that
nat
a
1.
nat 20 and a nat 1?
Yes.
Ooh.
Right,
Sterling.
Let's
let's
get the nat
let's do
one.
the nat 20 first.
God's sake.
Fine coin.
Well,
And then
Sam,
straight.
you had one session without a nat 1, and there we go.
No,
Yeah,
God!
already kicked off the already kicked
No,
off the
God,
session with
please,
one.
no, 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 no!
I'm gonna take a guess. I take a splash in the water.
We'll see. We'll see. Right. Let's go back to the scene. So first of all, we'll go with Ben first. So you see this figure. He doesn't appear to be on the boat with just his fishing rod. You see him, man, all of a sudden seeing this like sudden movement on the boat. Yes, presented a face reel. I thought it would be special to put the webcam on for a change, but you see movement on this boat. He seems to be handling something all of a sudden. Because your keen changeling eyes see all.
Oh.
You
Who?
notice this is a big burlap sack, and it appears to be moving.
Just
There's
as a point of order,
Yes.
I wasn't the one that got the natural 20.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Adam.
Yo.
Apologies. I'm not used to Adam rolling well. Apologies.
To
Also,
be
I
fair,
normally
apart,
not bad.
apart from Yachtman, Adam has rolled the most natural 20s.
Can I just be
Oh,
looking at
shit.
Yegov as he sees this?
I mean, and the
just-
second
just
most
try and
natural
read?
ones.
Apologies. As Adam sees this, he seems to be manhandling this burlap sack. There seems to be something moving inside of it, fairly
Sorry, are you
large. This
saying
figure
this?
seems to be straining at this sack, and you just see it get hoisted and chucked into the water. And a big loud splash goes off. And
Alright,
the
did you-
otherwise still lake, there's like waves just ripple away from this boat. And you also see one other thing. You see Sterling has fallen out of the boat and is currently drowning in shallow water.
Fuck's sake. Well,
Can I try and throw some bread in the water as if it
Like
was,
a-
if it was
Like
a
a
duck?
duck.
Can
Yeah,
I,
You know, feeding ducks bread is bad for them.
can I
So this is
try and help
perfect.
pick up
It's
Sterling?
perfect,
That
right?
is That is
Can I-
false and misinformation.
Can I try and pick up help Sterling?
I'm
Ducks can
feeding
eat bread
Sterling.
just fine. If you feed pigeons rice, they explode.
Fun
No.
fact. Clip it.
I don't see
What do you guys
anything,
want to
Yakov.
do with this
I
information?
help Sterling up.
Did we
I
all
will ask
hear the
for it.
bling?
You heard a splash, but you didn't see what was going in. The fog was a bit too deep, like thick, for you guys to see properly.
He just threw something overboard, like in a sack. It appeared to be moving.
Oh, should we go help?
How?
Ah,
Uh,
looks at his crossbow again.
I mean, these are rowing boats. You could use it. It's just
so as
would be slightly more difficult to be effective with them.
Flint takes off his left glove. And puts his left hand in the water. How cold is the water?
I would say it's a brisk -2 degrees.
Wonderful. I'll put his
Not enough to
glove
freeze to
down.
death, but very unpleasant if you were to fall in.
I'm wearing my nice clothes.
We should probably head over. I imagine.
So, what is the pacing you guys going? Just normal? Taking it slow? Going quickly?
We'll get in the boat on the left because it's obviously the best boat.
Okay.
Yeah, is this accurate, by the way? Is there 3 rowing boats?
They are indeed 3 rowing boats, yes. The 4th is out at the
Get
lake.
in the one at the left.
Okay,
Two in a boat. Try and spread the weight.
I will probably hop in a boat.
I can't
with
help
the
but
Yakov.
notice that Nanami is with us. Maybe she could help us.
I mean, so is Callback.
Okay, just refresh.
No, refresh it, please, because I have changed my
Yeah.
Yeah, you're Yegov for me.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I've swapped my. Yeah, let's try and spread out the weight. I don't think Yegov and Sterling should be in the same boat because it would fucking sink.
Well, I'll hop in a boat with you, Yakov.
Wait, am I back in a boat now? Or-
Sophia
Um,
and Sterling in the same boat. God.
Sophia's not getting on a boat.
No.
Oh, fucking-
Sophia is petrified of water.
You crawl out the mud because I don't believe anyone actually helped Sterling out.
I
Just kinda
did. I said.
You actually did? Okay, I'm surprised someone actually
Yeah.
said they did.
I said multiple times.
He's covered, like he's drenched head to toe in really cold water. He's slightly shivering, and it's just like his lower half is just all covered in like thick, swampy mud.
I mean, I can't help with that. Really.
Sterling, do be more careful. Right.
I will next time.
If what Yakov said is right, there is something alive in a sack that's just gone into the water. So, shall we make haste?
Well, I was just in the water and I didn't see anything. I couldn't really see much though. My
Holy shit!
eyes were covered over with mud.
Cindy.
Thank you very much. Pazinda just donated 500 bits, by the way.
I don't know what that converts to, but
Ah, he beat me to it.
Oh,
I
he's
wanted
bits
top
leader.
spot.
He's got the
I
special
wanted
gem
top
icon.
spot.
Thank you, man.
so once I will still be in the left boat because
Yep, so currently we have, am I correct in thinking Flint and Auric are in the left boat currently? They're giving up on the right boat.
I was gonna hop into a boat with Yakov, so whatever Yakov gets into, I'll hop in.
Okay, so Flint, let me.
Yegov gets in boat.
Which boat would you like to go into?
After
boats.
consulting my brochure, you know. He's always wanted a boat. He looks at
which
them.
one's the newest model?
He's going to take the one without any
I mean,
holes in
with your 3, you don't even know these are boats, to be honest.
Is
this a skateboard?
this is skateboard? What is a skateboard?
This is a horse and carriage, obviously.
There's a
it.
horse,
I'm
and
just
that's where the
getting
rope
one that
goes,
looks
right? There's a
most
horse.
seaworthy.
We just see Flint, like, where these ropes are
Yeah.
tied up. He's just looking underneath, like, in the shallow water to see if there's
Yeah.
tiny horses nearby.
I will say, I will probably see horses. I will take off Flint's backpack and leave it somewhere as dry as possible near the shore. As well.
Backpack.
Oh, yes.
I could look
Because-
after it.
Backpack. I made a sack. Good enough.
Yes.
Can't
Sack,
throw
sack.
freehand with that stuff.
The sack
Uh,
back.
Flint, I can look after your bag.
Okay. Fine. Sure.
Okay. So currently we still have only Flint in a boat.
I'd scared of any one of them, to be honest with you.
Obviously appreciate
Yep.
privacy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll climb back into one of them. I assume Yegov tells me not to go into the one he's in. So I'll climb in the one with Flint.
Yeah, if you guys want to write with your pens and who's in what boat, you obviously don't have to, Joel, because you're firmly on.
Oh yeah,
Staying on land.
I ain't going anywhere.
Um,
So,
So we
which
obviously
one we?
so
Which one
Sophia's
we?
not in a boat.
we
Which one we?
really we really don't want Sterling and Yegov in the same boat.
Okay,
Is
I'm
it
with Flint.
is it a good I don't know how much you weigh, Sterling, but you are made out of metal. Is it a good idea for you to be in a boat with anybody?
I mean, when I got in the boat the first time, other than the fact that I fell overboard, did like it managed to take my weight?
God, I'm happy I can
Yes, you
swim.
held your weight. Yes.
I'm very happy I can swim is all I've got to say, Sterling.
Is there so 3 boats?
There's 3 boats. Yeah.
Wait a
And
minute.
currently 2 have 2 people in, and there's a 3rd boat. All for Rayla. Yes, yes, that's right.
Wait, I've just realised something.
Okay.
Are there actually oars in the boat?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not that mean. Don't worry.
Why
Not,
would he
I'm not
roll?
gonna
It's
make.
small.
I'm not gonna make Diego row his boat with his greatsword or something silly like that.
Wait.
Wait, how do you think we're going to get around?
He doesn't.
Oh,
He
now
doesn't
we're
know
in
these are
good, I don't know
boats.
where
We
you're at.
already know this. He doesn't know these are
Confused.
boats.
That's fine. Anyway,
Right then. Are you guys
I
gonna
would maybe leave some
embark
stuff here.
on the journey to the middle of the lake?
Yep.
Yeah.
It took us like 20 minutes to get fucking boats.
Well, I'm gonna
Max, I
say
am-
in game it's not gonna take this long because it's just you guys being like
Max,
super.
on the upside, we shouldn't TPK because one of us isn't going to drown because they were
Yeah.
smart enough to stay
Yeah.
on the shore.
Joel's played around the TPK.
Maybe I was just,
Maybe.
I was just like Sophia is always concerned about her weight. Going into large bodies of water is not a good idea.
You know what? You know
She's
what?
also aiming torpedoes. at each
Because
boat.
that is very flavorful RP, fitting your character. Joel, have yourself an inspiration.
Awesome. Do you have an animation for that yet?
No.
Bugger.
I could give you a you died one. Do you want that one? I've got
I'll
that
take
one.
it. I'll take it. You died.
Inspiration given. Why was it given, Sophia? Worried about her weight.
Right then.
She's
Here-
literally a fucking
So,
elephant.
So much
one last
inspiration
thing I
you
need to
get.
establish is in the boats that have 2 people in them, who will be rowing?
Yeah, go.
I think I'll have to row, yeah. Considering I'm the one who's even read about rowing the damn things.
Yeah, go. How
I'm
do
I'm
we
used
move
to
these?
being. I'm
I
used to
believe
being
you
like.
move the oars in unison to propel them forward. I haven't the slightest clue how to turn the damn things.
Okay, you can drive.
Okay.
I mean,
So.
I'm used to being like the workhorse kind of.
And also,
The
I'm
slave.
thing,
The slave.
so-
Yes, we know
Certain
what the
about
term you're looking for is. The slave.
your physique in the matter.
So yeah, I will just like instinctually
Yeah.
pick up the oars and
Cool. So
Start
what I need
rowing.
of the 3 of you that are rowing, I require athletic checks from the 3 of you.
I wonder what
I
happens on a
just
fail.
try
You
not
just-
to kill a Sam.
That
Oh wait, I'm
is-
in a boat with Sam and he's rolling.
You have chose porn.
Somehow
Rayla
give
doesn't
Darling
seem
an
very
average
happy she's in her own boat.
died on
Oh,
the
thank
knowledge.
God.
a
Oh.
respectable 12.
Thank God for
Okay.
that. I'm not going to die just
Fuck,
yet.
the DC was 13.
Nope. DC's a little bit higher than that, actually.
Oh,
14
with
A little
Sam
bit higher.
killed a-
and a
Wait,
half.
Debbie, what are you rolling?
Debbie's muted.
Let's just say this is more difficult because you
Athletics,
guys are not
Debbie.
proficient in it.
Oh.
And it is actually what is in the book. I'm not even like tweaking this in the
And
slightest.
unfortunately, I don't know how many-
Athletics, right?
Athletics,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, so Good news is, Oric and Yegov are heading straight towards the boat at a decent pace. Rayla's wandering off to the east. Flint and Sterling are still stuck on the shore.
Yeah, they've stalled.
Thank you for the follow, Sam. About bloody time, might I say.
I
Negative on inspiration.
How
As
far away are we from them?
Aren't I punished
So,
enough by the amount
you-
of nat ones I rolled?
You're not too far away. You'd reckon with another 2 successful rolls / pushes of the oars, you'd be right next to the boat. But because you guys are closer now, can I get both of you to do another perception check for me, please?
Me and Yegov.
Yes, please.
Sure. I did mean how close are we to the group?
I would say you guys are about 80 feet into the lake, while they're about 40 feet away from you still.
All right. Well, as we're going away, seeing them failing at just existing,
I haven't
I'll
done anything
put up
wrong.
I'll put up a minor illusion and put an arrow towards where we're going in the sky.
Okay.
It's my perception. What the fuck?
I'm gonna say that Flint doesn't see the arrow.
Yeah, I don't see the arrow. It's foggy.
Hey,
My
that's pretty
perception's-
good.
Right,
My
okay.
perception's 9. I'm currently asking Sterling to try and push us off the...
2 new things you notice whilst you get approaching close to this boat. The bag that was thrown in the water prior appears to still be floating just about, but you hear a distinct scream of a young girl.
Yegov, do you hear that?
Yes, and I am going more and more.
Drive
concerned.
faster.
I'm trying.
Sterling,
Don't panic, Leo.
we're gonna
Yes.
If we
You able
capsize,
to-
I'm fucked.
push us off.
Maybe that's why I haven't gone anywhere. We're still caught on the bank, aren't we?
Normally
He,
these things
he,
go
he
on their
hasn't,
own. I don't know
hasn't
why
taken
they're
the rope
frozen.
off even. He's just
Maybe
pushing
we
against the boat.
Alright,
should only go on
perhaps.
their own. I
I
don't
did,
know
I
why.
did roll
Attach the
that.
grapple and chain
I
so
did
I
roll
can put
that
it
low.
through, you know.
I'd obviously untied it. I just
Yegov, I know we're like
hadn't
80
pushed
feet away,
ourselves
but
off yet.
can't hear you over Sterling.
It's impossible, I know. His voice carries so well. Why couldn't he shout to Pluto?
Sorry, what did you say?
I said maybe we should have like attached a rope and chain or something to our
Maybe.
compatriots because they seem capable of.
I've
Maybe.
never done this before.
Neither have I. It's actually
What
surprisingly
easy
enjoyable.
chain yourself together.
Yeah, chain the boats.
Don't judge our interests, okay? We can.
Well, right now, those guys seem more interested in drowning than helping. Shall we just continue?
Yes, so that
Rayla's like spinning in circles. So
even
quite
considering the
grasp
situation,
grasp
quite
the skill of
enjoying
doing
this.
both oars at the same time, so she's just spinning, doing donuts.
Why the boat's not going on its
Deja
own.
vu, I have been in this place before.
Deja vu. It's like it's very
going so
slow down
fast.
deja vu. But if you guys want to make haste towards a boat, I will need another athletics check
No,
from yourself.
Can I assist in any way with Yegov?
You
I point him
can.
in the
You
right
can. You
direction?
can roll an aid check.
How do I do that?
Do I get
An
to make
aid
another one
or
to
help
see-
action is D20. Get over 10 and it's successful. Oh,
Yes.
you're successful.
I don't know how if that does anything. What does that do?
I believe it gives like +4 or something, or +2.
Which is useful. DC
Yeah,
60.
I'll search up. I don't have my DM screen in front of me. I couldn't get it fit on the desk.
Sterling and
It's a
Rayla
bonus.
get
I
to
know
roll
it's a
again.
flat bonus to the roll, but that should
Yeah,
be enough.
can I like put the oars down and then take a deep breath and try and remember how to row this thing?
You certainly can,
Give it
yes.
another go.
Certainly can. But the other 2 groups can also row.
Okay.
So there's still time for you. Still time for you to make it.
16.
16. You guys, you've unlatched the rope. You figured out. Definitely want to unmoor yourself. That'd be helpful. And you head towards the boat.
I mean, I swear the boats used to have. They have. I don't understand.
Oh, Adam
stuff.
gets
I
advantage is how
rolled
it works.
14.
Ah, perfect.
Well-
You passed the DC anyway.
Oh,
The
okay,
way
that's
that
fine.
I'm used to doing is someone say they would assist, and then they would get the person who they're assisting would get advantage on the.
Ah,
Oh.
okay, perfect. Okay. And Rayla, what are you doing? Are you gonna take a breather to do another try? Oh, you did a
Well,
14.
Yeah, I rolled.
You're getting closer. You're not as close as where Flint and Sterling reached, but you're heading in the right direction at the very least now. You're starting to get the hang of it.
Rose
Did I
still in
catch
the
them
sky,
up
by
and
the way.
pass them?
Yep.
Nice.
You passed the 16. You got the hang of it now. The only
do I
problem you
see
had
the
at the
arrow?
start was the fact you guys were literally still like tied to the land more than
You
anything.
can also just blame Sophia for not.
This would have been a lot easier if Sophia was in my boat.
Okay, and I need one more athletics check from from Yegov to see if he reaches the boat.
I'm guessing I can't aid this one.
You can, you still can.
I can. Oh, okay.
Yep.
One sec. Let
These are
me.
all separate rolls.
Do we get to make another
I cannot
one?
aid this one.
Get further?
Oh, you're fumbling. So that's how many times now we've rolled? That's 2, right? That's
That's
the
number
third
3.
one. Number 3.
That's their third one, and the rest of our second.
Okay.
So we had 2 successes.
So if
So
you
yeah, like I'm
other
looking over
two
my
groups want
shoulder
to
and
roll
losing
athletics as well.
focus.
Oh,
I'm really getting the hang of this now.
you've caught up. You're alongside both Oric and Yegov now. You're just
Nice.
cruising.
We get an extra one with
Rayla's
capsizing on.
slowly forgetting how boats work.
She's
They're in the-
you're still you're heading the right direction, Rayla. But the problem is because you're on your own and it's really fiddly to do the big oars. It's just like you can't get the momentum. Like Sterling's like 3 times your size nearly. You
Just
can't get
sitting
the
there going,
brute force
"Stroke."
behind it.
I was made
You
for
just
this.
got,
Yeah,
Flint.
she's eyeing up
Pull.
Sterling in displeasure right now.
Pull is for
Thinking as
like
really,
skeet
it probably
shooting,
should have
isn't
been
it?
him going by
Pardon?
himself in a boat. But
Isn't pull for skeet shooting?
No, it's not the
No,
leader of a
I
rowing
mean,
boat would.
I thought it was
Uh,
stroke.
It might be. I don't know. We don't know how
surely
boats
Sterling
work.
should be able to
I
put
was about to say
like
that's
a
the
little
only thing we've
propeller
established
into
is we
the
don't
water,
do
like a
boats.
speedboat.
As
Yeah.
Flynn and
I've-
Sterling approach, Oric will yell out, telling them about the yelling in the water.
You can yell out. Yep.
Uh,
It's a different question if Sterling or Flint are hearing it over the
So of all the people,
Paul, whatever they're yelling for.
Can I do a yelling check?
Pat-
You
my-
can.
my passive perception is 14. Would I be able to hear it?
Okay.
Yes, you hear it. Yeah, that's fine.
Mine is 9, Max. Would I be able to hear it?
You're clinging on for dear life because this boat is like flying.
It's
It's like
terrifying.
it's like motorized level speed he's taking
Hold
off
on,
at.
just understood why Sophia.
Yeah, I'm not rowing. I've just turned my hand into a propeller.
No, you just got the mace of orcas. So you're just beating up the water, propelling it forward.
it's actually just the scene from The Incredibles. Boat himself into the boat.
And for the 4th round, same again, athletics. And if anyone wants to aid, they can try and roll to do so.
Well, I don't need to, I don't think.
Do I have
You know
to
what,
say I'm
actually,
going-
I'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
Now, just
There
as
you
a
go,
note,
Adam, roll
I
with
was
advantage.
gonna.
Yeah.
Do I have to say I'm going to, or can
Yes.
I try and
I'll-
aid now? Or
I want
just do have
both
to say-
Oric and Flint explain to me how they're aiding. What is the
mean,
process here?
No, this is
Pointing
for.
him in the direction of the boot.
Point in the direction. Okay.
No, I haven't rolled it yet, but is it fine if I do it after he's rolled for future?
Yes, you certainly can.
I mean, I'm terrified at the moment and incredibly confused, so I'm not going to aid. Ah,
That's
Okay.
fair.
I'm very confused.
So Diego makes it to the boat. Is Rayla going to be rolling, or you just like kind of giving up kind of thing? You can
No,
also
no.
roll. This is the 4th round.
You've rolled so many 9s.
Nah,
3 of the 4 checks have been 9s.
Yeah.
Nathan,
Yes.
Nathan, are you? Did you say you were helping me? Or
No, I'm very
fine.
confused at the moment.
so I get distracted by the
Confused
screaming, and I like come to a sudden halt. Like I lose my rhythm.
No, you don't go to a sudden halt. You just keep going past the boat. You're like cruising. You're going so
Sterling,
fast. You
drift.
don't know what to do to stop. You just keep going, and the momentum carries you. And you're like 600 feet into the lake at this point. It's like you're panicking because you're lit in the middle, and you can barely even see the shoreline now.
Oric, have our compatriots always been this useless?
Flint,
Maybe.
Flint,
What?
how do you stop this thing?
I don't know.
Help!
Understand.
Well, there they go.
I normally went on their own.
I can't
went
help but
on
be
their own.
impressed, actually.
Max, how quiet is the lake at the moment? Other than the shouting.
You can't define what the shouting is, but you can't make out the
Yeah.
words. But just hear a sterling voice going, no! It's in the distance, steadily getting fainter and fainter into the distance.
Take us to the
Sophia's just gonna
boat.
shake her head and just go and sit down on the side of the side of the river. Just have a look.
I should have given her my
over.
fishing tack on the side. Something to do.
Cool. You're still making good progress, Rayla, but you're not quite there. You would arrive there next turn, effectively. But Jaeger and Auric, what you see is a fairly rotund, aging man with a fishing pole in his hand, muttering to himself. He's completely bald with a white beard. Oh shit, Ant, thank you. Holy crap.
That's what he says. He
said that, yeah. I've got it so loud in my headphones, it scares me every time I hear it. But you guys, he's like trying to fish, he's muttering to himself, his balls looks very greasy, and you still hear very obvious screaming coming from the water from this bag. You see like bubbles, and it's starting to drop deeper into the murky depths of the lake. You jump in.
Auric, can you fucking swim?
That's a good question. Can Auric swim?
He can swim, he just doesn't know how to do it.
I don't know. It's very cold water. You might get shocked as you jump in.
That's
I would
fine.
need an athletics check for me, sir.
I cast Witch Pod in the water again.
Well, I'm
drain the lake with witch
myself
pots.
because I'm fucking useless at that. Come on,
Really
Auric.
I was gonna say I've got the moats the wrong way around. I think.
Can I
Debbie.
assist him?
Push him in the water.
If you can explain to me how you would assist him,
Well, you see,
I'll
I
allow you
have
to
a
roll.
grapple hook and chain, and I could throw that into the water for him to hold on to, so that he
Roll
doesn't
that,
drown under the
that's
weight
all
of his own
good.
waterlogged clothing.
That sounds great. You can roll.
Right.
I'll allow you to roll the DC 10 check to assist her.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't do that roll yet.
Yeah, not quite yet.
What's gonna happen? Please roll a natural one.
If you roll that
with the
one, that
head.
grappling hook and rope is going into the murky depths.
I will not roll at advantage.
What I'll say is like you're trying to get your rope and hook out ready in time. It's such an instantaneous thing from Auric as he leaps in. You feel like you're not going to have it out ready in time, effectively. Yeah, fumbling. So, oh shit, where in my backpack is this thing, kind of thing.
Quick,
Yeah,
Starling,
sure.
turn around.
Oh,
Okay. Can I take can I take
Not
a minute
great.
to compose myself?
Not a
I'm gonna
minute.
cast
Not a
guide-
minute.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, so I'm just going to take a minute.
Meanwhile,
God,
on
please
fucking
help me.
HMS Thunderchild.
And then I'm going to try to turn this boat around.
okay.
Can I maybe assist this time by helping
Yes, you
him?
can. Yes,
Or
just pointing
point
in the
the boat.
direction that way would
way.
be enough to
Oh,
assist.
If I
Yeah.
roll low, I'm just pointing in the wrong direction, so it works out. So a flat 20.
And
Yeah,
Debbie, you
it's
can
right.
also roll. I think the fear has made you like ever so intimidating that Sterling would even dare to go against
Yeah.
your orders right now.
I don't know. I mean, you had
Child
advantage.
can catch a
actually.
firebolt.
I got 16 on my first, 22 on my first roll, and then a bit lower than that on my advantage. So 22.
I'm really
20
confused
on
what
your
you're
first.
rolling. So you got how are you getting the D4?
I cast guidance on myself.
Oh, of course you did. 22 is enough, so you spin around. You're coming up right next to the
Tires
boat as well. Debbie, do you want to roll an athletics check as well to see if you're next to the boat?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Oh,
Oh,
you've nailed this.
Woo!
Seeing how poor Sterling and Flint have been like doing this, you learn from their mistakes, and you are now proficient in rowing boats.
Shit. Not mean to do that. Hey.
Let me get the
well,
net.
Adam,
A
I
great
give up.
success.
Can I just like put my feet up and just sail in, just like
Yeah, you just slowly drift up alongside him. It's like,
next to
sup,
us."
guys?
Wait, did she just
It
say
looks-
sailing? Yeah, she's bloody
Yeah.
turned her rowboat into a sailboat.
She's using her cloak because she's like sailing like a champion.
Natural 20s.
I would make a
Looks
joke
like
about
no one's
this,
given me yet.
but it would be awful.
Oh, I have a thing specifically for puns there, Adam. Save up before you're allowed to use them. You have to
Oh.
spend points to do that now. But very
How
good
to
pun,
earn
though.
channel points.
Gain 1 temporary hit point. I approve. That was a very good one.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Are we, like,
Tankiness goes
Are we all
first.
pretty much surrounded? Actually, what we did, Sterling, we
Well,
did a flanking
whilst
maneuver.
you guys are
round
congregating
them.
here, we're going to pan back because this is all happening at the same time. We're going to pan back to. Holy shit! Thank you for Zendu.
It was a flanking maneuver. That's all it was.
A thank you maneuver. It is
Yes.
so loud. I know it is, man. It's like burst major drums. I need to like turn that shit down.
Which bit is turning in?
The sub noise stuff.
Ah,
It's
Yeah.
so
I like how-
loud.
Like when I did it, and you weren't like probably saying you had like 3
Yeah.
of them open.
So we'll pan back to Auric. Auric, you've leapt in, you've grabbed onto his bag, you feel something humanoid inside, small. Problem is, this is heavy, and you, like Diego mentioned, your clothes are absorbing this water at a rapid rate and is getting heavier and heavier. You are in the process of drowning if you were to stay holding this bag.
grab the rogue Horik, you oaf.
So I'll open it all to the group again. You see Auric is just slowly disappearing into the murky depths with a clutching what you guys can now see a burn up sack. What do you guys do?
Can
I'm gonna
I
offer him
try...
a javelin. That's all
Can I try? Can I try chucking the end of my rope?
You certainly can.
I mean, my rope's by the shore. I can't really do
What
much.
do I need to roll anything or?
The problem you have is the only way Auric can hold onto this bag and prevent it from sinking is by using both hands on it.
Someone else needs to jump in. Have one hand on
Someone
Auric,
else has to jump in.
Can't I just like
Okay.
lean over?
You can.
I'll
You
jump
can.
in.
We'll do Debbie first though, because that sounds more interesting.
With
I've
my,
still,
Anyway.
my
I've
sudden comfort,
I've still thrown my
with
rope.
rowboats, I will happily stand up and swan dive into the
It is a
lake.
beautiful dive. However, that the nat 20 does not show your proficiency of swimming. Thanks,
Yeah,
James.
fair enough.
It's so loud. I
Right.
need to touch it down.
Flint is just staring at the water at
Yep.
where that's happening.
So, Debbie, I would
Really
like you to do an athletics check for me. Actually, first of all, do an acrobatics check. I want to see how good this dive is.
Oh, okay.
People
Oh,
with the
yeah.
Natural one,
strongest
you're not
hearing
so-
might hear. Go on,
Uh,
flock with
It's
Delaware,
a
I
good
hope
dive.
as
It's a
well.
very good dive.
I've still thrown my rope
Plus
into
10.
the.
Okay, there's
Uh,
loose rope in the water.
Yeah.
You have a
Just for
plus
anyone
10.
to grab onto.
Right.
Yeah, plus 10.
I am.
Ben, what's your
proficient
plan? Oh, plus it's higher.
I know, and mine's really high, but it's just so weird seeing
For
it.
these splashy
It is,
Other
man. Even for me as a DM, I'm like, oh my god, plus 10. It's only level 5. Shit.
Hold on, wait. I'd like to persuade the water to not drown me 1 second.
Just
can.
Moses the water.
Do I persuade it?
Oh, you make a very compelling argument, but it
Okay,
comes
right,
out
that's good
as
enough for
like
me.
You
bubble
know,
noises.
Ben, the old person to ask is probably the dryads around now.
Everyone above
would-
water just hears like loud, like underwater screing noises and
Oh,
bubbles.
come on, man! You don't want to drown me! Come on!
Yeah, Ben, the water doesn't speak common, unfortunately. So yeah,
That's fine. I
uh,
speak many languages now.
Is primordial one of them?
Fuck!
Ah,
Not yet.
got you.
The
We'll
water
pan back
speaks
to
primordial.
Debbie then. Debbie, can I
One
get you a-
second. Luckily,
Oh,
luckily, Sophia speaks primordial.
she does.
To the lake saying this guy's a fucking idiot.
Hearing the lake that relay all this gossip about the shit fest that's happening in the water.
the water the water's sentient.
You know what? Actually, I'm taking that in low context.
Can't be really confused. You're having a bath, and it's just the water starts speaking. And,
The
like,
face
you really are
emerges.
filthy, aren't you?
Anyway, Debbie, athletics check for me, please, to see how good you are at swimming.
Natural
Oh.
one, here I come.
She just sinks quicker than you do next to you. Oh!
Oh, I can't even see it because it's it's so close.
It hit the 1 and tilted back to the 19.
Yeah, I was really
Yeah.
lucky.
You are
It
an
went
excellent
behind,
swimmer.
Nathan's avatar.
You are a spectacular swimmer. You with your prowess in swimming, you're able to both get Auric and the sack up to safety on one of the boats. You can choose which boat you put them on.
Probably the empty one.
Yeah. I'll swim back to my boat.
Okay.
Coming with me now, Auric.
Comes up and is just coughing his lungs out.
Once this
I'm
has
not gonna
all been
do it.
going on, you notice the fisherman hasn't even moved. He's still got his fishing pole in the water. Apparently trying to still fish, and he's still muttering to himself.
Can't do anything with that just yet.
I'm more staring at the people who are just on the boat or climbing onto the boat, very wet and soggy.
Bluto?
What? Keep it down. You're gonna disturb the fishes.
Bluto, what are you? Why did you throw this in the water?
Oh shit! Hold on. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, it's in chat, dude. It doesn't matter as long as it doesn't get reported. It's all good. Yeah, the S word is banned on Twitch. Sorry.
Which
Mhm.
is
The SI thing. What will we refer
Strahd.
to Pacindo and Debbie sometimes?
Gonna ban
Yeah.
Strahd.
Yeah.
Strahd is
That's
banned.
against Twitch TOS these days. It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yes, we're against US.
Yeah, it's like,
Don't
go
understand
disturb
this.
the fishes. Keep it down.
Bluto, why did you throw this in the water?
Good luck. Brings all the fishes out.
He's drunk, isn't he?
No, I'm not. You are.
Rayla, Auric. Yeah. Are you okay? If they're out of the water.
Well,
Oh, fucking.
I'm fine. I'm not sure if Auric is.
Am I up on the boat at this point, by the way?
You are, yeah. You're breathing cold, though.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lay that. Don't talk to me.
Can I take some sort of? I don't even know if I have a cloak, to be honest.
I think you do, because he had one that would cover your head, I think he used, wasn't it? Because it had it was a cloak and hood.
If Auric didn't jump in with his pack, he has a dire wolf pelt in his pack.
Oh,
Don't think I do. We did something with that.
He left it to dry in the tavern because he was trying to restore it because it was covered in mud or something, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
oops.
remember
It's like
exactly
a work in
what we did.
progress one.
Well,
Can I
doesn't
take off my cloak and wrap it around Auric or put it over him?
Yeah,
Auric won't resist.
yeah. You're just shivering there.
Get rid of.
I don't know who Alice is.
It
Oh,
looks
it's
like
someone in
someone-
our other campaign. You both have very similar voices. Yes, what Sterling? What were we saying? Sorry, I rudely interrupted you.
It looks like someone's hit you with a gong. Hit you like a gong, Auric. Aren't you okay?
Fine, check on the bag.
Yes, indeed. Am I close enough to their boat that I can reach over and look in the bag, or?
You will need to climb into their boat.
Sterling,
Oh,
maybe
no.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
you
so.
should stay in
No.
your boat.
Oh yeah,
it's okay.
I was gonna say, so in that case, like I'm not gonna do that, and I'm just gonna
Rayla just
I'll have a
sit the
look
fuck
through the
down,
pack.
look at you.
Flynn
To
just
be honest-
gets worried for a moment and stuff.
I didn't actually realise there was a pack. I was too busy nailing this whole boating thing, which I never knew I was good at, but apparently I am. So
To be fair, I think technically we all got it before.
Auric, shaking, freezing to the bone, just gives a very slight thumbs up.
You hear a small coughing noise coming out the bag.
oh, that's creepy. So
What's
if
in
I
there?
like slowly open it up, what do I see inside?
Inside, you see a small blonde child that is bound by a hemp rope by both feet and hands.
I believe we know some people looking for her.
Okay, I'm gonna take my dagger and
Stabber. Okay, let's roll for attack.
surprisingly no, not this time. And undo the bindings.
Okay, you
Although-
cut her free.
I don't remember if this what this girl's deal was.
The
What are we looking
assholes wanted
for her?
false potion dealers were wanting their child back, yes.
Yeah.
What's your name, child?
Arabelle.
Wrap a cloak around her if she freezes to death.
She is shivering quite profoundly. However, you only have one dry cloak currently.
Oric passes it over. Like without a second of
Yeah. You
hesitation.
start shivering
That's fine.
to the point where, do you know that like leaf bristling effect that happens when you shapeshift currently?
Mm-hmm.
Your skin is kind of like it looks like several leaves are shaking on your skin, kind of thing. It's like your entire skin is like fluttering like leaves.
He'll kind of hide his skin as much as he can.
Yeah.
Gonna
Here,
start.
Arik,
Sterling.
take this for now, and I give him I hand over my cloak of protection.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
boy.
you handing over the cloak of poisons?
I don't have that. I
No, we're
don't
giving
have
that to Rayla.
Oh, what the hell?
You know how different type of cloak it is. It's up.
Don't worry, it's
Sterling,
homebrew, so you won't Google that stuff up, so it's all good.
Sterling, can you get us to Pluto's boat, please?
Well, I can try. I will cast guidance on myself.
You just pray to whatever voice that is out there.
Please.
Can I assist by
well-
encouraging?
Here, you take this oar and give me a hand. Okay. Rough 1d20 plus 1d4. That's basically my way of saying, can you help me?
I don't know. Sort of.
No, he's
Fine,
very
I'll-
flustered by the situation.
Fine, I'll do it myself, or try to. 20.
20. Yeah, you able. Are you get on the boat? Or are you just pulling yourself alongside each other?
I've pulled my boat up alongside his, and I've like attached them together using the rope that.
I was about to say, yeah, let's
Yep.
moor our boats together and turn it into some giant raft.
Pardon?
Let's
Good
moor
point.
these things together and turn it into a
Yeah,
giant
so
raft.
yes, so I've moored them together,
Okay.
or whatever the technical term
You are
is
tied
for.
together. You tie like both over like there's little hooks for where the oars sit.
Mhm.
You tie a bit of rope between both. So your Bluetooth. Well, this person's boat and your boat is now connected by a rope.
Sir, may I ask your name?
Why? Who's asking you? The gods? I've
No,
done nothing. Nothing.
It's me. I am Sterling.
Five, Sterling.
He's
What
Sterling.
are you doing out here?
I'm fishing.
Yakov, attach yourself to the other side of his boat, and we shall row him back to shore together. He is in no state
As
to
long as
be
you don't
talking
do
to
that.
us right now.
As long as you don't do that thing where you fuck off at the speed of the gods, yeah.
Disintegrate the boats with the sheer force of the rope being pulled.
So
Oh,
turn
shit,
some
man.
little trick. Yeah.
Thank you for the sub, man. My ears are bleeding. I
I-
need to fix that.
Keep bleeding,
Yeah, right.
keep bleeding.
I pull my rope out the water after they ignored it and just try and tie our boats together best I can.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking state, isn't he? Look at him. No idea where he is. Pluto, do you know where you are?
Yeah. I'm
Where's
on the lake. Fishing.
You're in your bath, mate.
Am I?
Yep.
Oh,
Let's get you back to your room, shall we?
no wonder there's no
so-
fishes.
I know.
So,
Shall we get you back?
I'll better go to bed. And then he starts like trying climbing out the boat.
You're a fucking imbecile.
no,
I tell
stay
him that.
in here, and I gently guide him back onto his seat. And here, take this, and I hand him some of I hand him some of the bread that I'd snuck into my bag from when Sophia was trying to get last tried to give me
So,
bread.
do you remember that fall you had earlier in the water?
Oh yeah.
Its bread is very much covered in like mud, and you can visibly see a little leech just wriggling in the bread stuck.
In that case, I just throw it. It's not going to do anything. Just...
As the water hits the lake,
the water
Sophia,
tells you.
Sophia just shudders. There's some sort of shudder. She doesn't know why, but she just shudders.
You feel a murderous presence off in the distance.
Yeah. Can I flip a coin to see if I'm going to Eldritch Blast in that direction or not?
Yeah. You feel like a disturbance in the force in the distance. You can
Yeah,
the Eldritch Blast.
To be honest with you, it's more like Loken is messing with me again.
Yeah. What's the range on Eldritch Blast?
Well, I've taken an augment to my Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I know you have. That's what I'm asking.
So 300 feet.
Oh,
Okay.
we're out of range. Thank fuck.
So it impacts the water heavily, but it sends shockwaves through the water. I would like everyone to make a deck save to see if they stay on their boats.
Deck save.
Sorry, you want us to do a fucking what? To stay on the goddamn boats?
Deck save. It's not massive waves, so it's not a very difficult DC. Basically, don't roll under a 7.
Mate.
Oh yeah, you can't stop me.
Oh, oh,
I
nice.
got a
Okay.
+0.
You're fine.
I
You're
can't roll under a
fine.
I
7.
can't. My dice.
Wait,
is
why did I
wrong.
get...
Drown Joel.
My dice says 7. No, that's not my
I-
dice. That's Rayla's. Okay.
Is my
Yep.
dice rolling?
Drown,
Is my
Joe. No,
dice
the
rolling?
point is I'm on land. I can't drown. That's the
Give me a
point.
bucket in 20
Just
seconds.
literally
after you
you
roll.
just come compelled by a charm effect just to put your head and just breathe underwater for a bit.
Come on, Sam. You got this. Dexterity saving throw. You're good at those.
Oh, I need to do it for Bluto as well.
Sam,
Oh,
also
dear.
take away 1 away because I'm wearing your cape, so you don't get the +1 on one of the saving throws.
Can I just say this is not my fault? This is entirely the fact that someone decided to throw the
I know,
gifted bread
I
in the
know.
water. It's entirely not my fault at all.
Oh, Bluto holds on.
Wow.
Wow, exactly. He's drunk.
Has Sterling rolled?
Sterling has not rolled.
Sam,
Sam, you here?
Sam's
No,
dead.
he's already drowned.
Don't worry, St. James. It's going to happen. It's
He's
Oh,
gonna
that-
kill
that's
Sophia
James, yeah.
and drown me. It's not
Yeah.
even. It's just not even drown Sophia. No, it's drown me.
yeah.
If you want
If
some
we keep-
exciting news though, when I think the plan is when James does start DMing Icewind Dale, we're going to stream that on Monday, so we're going to have 2 streams a week.
Awesome.
Hey.
Wait, that's movie night.
It is
Oh.
movie night.
Uh,
It is.
I'll be
movie
putting
night.
on YouTube. I'll be putting on YouTube.
We'll miss
probably watch
we'll miss the start of it, but we'll come
Yeah.
to the end.
Oh, cool, man.
But I want to watch the whole thing.
I know.
Well, we need to finish Dragon Heist first without dying, which is proving to be quite difficult at the moment.
What time are you starting?
They start at
Same-
7:30.
Sometimes 8.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we start movie night at 7:30, unfortunately.
Still waiting on Sam. Sam. Does anyone know what his deck save is? I'm gonna roll
Mine's-
for him.
I believe it's
One.
flat.
Well, he's
Yeah.
got negative, hasn't he?
Hang on, wait. Is he not?
He's not
Is he
got the
part of the
cloak on at the
campaign?
moment.
Is he part of the campaign on D&D Beyond?
No, he doesn't need to
No,
be beyond.
he doesn't use D&D Beyond.
Absolute Achilles heel.
He's falling in the water.
You said it was 7.
That's fair enough, seeing as he's not paying
Oh,
attention.
7. Yeah, it's not paying attention, so I'm giving him a -1. Nah, he's fine. It's a good point. I did say 7. I thought it was a 7 or under I said, but no, it's 7. He stays on, but he is struggling. He's like on his back, legs like in
Oh,
the
it's
air.
his bloody fault.
What do you guys want to do? Just hear like this explosion about 100 feet away from you guys, and like
Just gonna
this
start
sound
running
is echoing like around the area.
Wait,
Well, we know
What
what
was
it is. There's only one
I
creature that
Do you though?
explodes.
Do you though?
yeah, I don't know what.
We know
what-
that sound fairly well by now.
Is Flint in full blown panic mode?
I'm confused about why we're being shot at. What?
This is the TPK I was mentioning all along.
Oh my god, I'm Sophia.
It's about time.
What did I miss?
You nearly fell in the water.
I nearly fell in the water.
Yeah, I rolled for you. I
Oh,
rolled bad. I just about passed the DC, so you're lucky.
On my screen I got on my screen I think I got myself a 4. So good job,
I mean,
Max.
we
You
You're
did fine
lucky I
today.
didn't see that 4 then.
Yeah, my internet. So basically, something's wrong with my power line adapters. So they're not working. So I've jumped on my laptop quickly.
Okay.
And I'm like on the Wi-Fi now rather than the power line
Yeah,
adapter.
no worries, man. If you need time to like jump back on Roll20 or stuff, that's all good.
Yeah,
I think there's some
I'm-
interrogating going on anyway, so you have time if you need to load anything up.
I'm going to start rowing the boat chain back.
Yeah. So it's just the 2 of you, so it will be an athletics check for me yet again.
I mean, I'm not taking my eyes off Pluto.
Yeah. Oh, is that a 14? It's
That
good
is.
enough to get you don't feel like you're in a rush to get there anymore, so you head in the right direction at the very least.
We'll also need to row for the other side.
Yes, you're. No, you
Are
can
we in
drag us
chain
all
or are
along.
we in
Yeah,
tandem?
you're in chain, so you're pulling
Yeah,
everyone
I've
along.
got the head.
Except for Rayla's boat, but because she's got a nat 20, I don't think she really needs the help. She's just like
Yeah.
cruising on by you.
Well, anyway, I will be rowing in the back. So, I'll be using one of the oars as like a rudder. Yeah, just like guiding the back of the chain.
Okay. And you guys make it back to the shoreline.
I will.
I'll
Very
keep deleting them.
happily get off the
Okay. You are back
How should
on
we-
dry land. Well, slightly damp
as-
land.
And no, Max, as
Yep.
Fenton embarks, going over to pick up my backpack, does it look like it's been tampered with in any way?
It does not appear to be so, no.
Put it
Are
back
you going to
on.
be doing a thorough check, or you're alright?
No, if it doesn't look from the outside to have been
Okay.
gone through. That's from how I remember. It's just, it's great.
That's the monster I was going to call us the TPK right there.
Nessie wearing a baseball cap. Excellent.
Yep.
Hey, what's the best Scottish accent you can do?
Just do groundskeeper Willie, he'll be fine.
Got a knife as well.
It's
Most
terrifying.
Scottish.
Can't be any more
Worst knife
scary.
ever because I have the wrong tool selected, but we'll roll with it. But what do you guys do on the land? You currently have Bluto just stumbling about, Arabelle just shivering, covered in a very large cloak.
Take them back
Oryx
to
cold, and Sterling's
inn.
wet and cold as well, covered in mud.
Sophia, I think it might be an idea to give your cloak.
Yes,
Tuck
Pluto
the
did.
bag in.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
Sophia-
Lily's gonna walk up to him and slap him across the face.
Oh, actually, roll an attack roll.
So
I actually
Can
have
I
HP for
natural
it.
can I ask Sophia to give her cloak to Arabelle?
Wait, is it just like a melee strike I'm rolling?
Yes.
I guess?
Yeah, an armor attack, yeah.
Did you hear
Natural
Nathan
one.
there, Max?
And
Not quite, sorry.
I was waiting for them to finish before I.
Yeah. You missed, Debbie, by the way. with that.
I missed.
He's stumbling backwards and forward in such an erratic way because he's so steamed. He just like this. When he's stumbling backwards, your slap just goes right in front of his face. Just air, just straight air.
What happened? Where have you guys been? Who are these people?
This nutcase just threw a child in a bag into the lake. Not our
Did you
lake.
ask him why?
You said he would attract the
Big jump
fish.
at the moment, and I was wondering if you had any bread that you could give him.
Bread? Well, I have some bread, but I was saving it for lunchtime for you.
And you do have a cloak for the child or
Well-
Auric, for that matter.
I feel that his medical need
I'm fine.
might be more.
Oh fuck that!
More
He
urgent
doesn't
than
deserve
my
the
lunch.
bread. Give some to the poor girl.
It's more to sober him up so
Thank
we can
you.
interrogate him properly. But
Sophia's really confused because everyone's saying different things at different points.
This is pandemonium.
Well, I've been drunk enough to know that bread doesn't do anything to sober you up. To be honest.
Sophia trusts Rayla more than anyone, so she's going to give Rayla the bread, and then take, and yeah, sort of give Flint back his bag as well.
Can I make
Let's
a
just get
medicine?
Verity in.
Can I make a medicine check to like see what what I can do to like help speed up the process?
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Right, sorry about that. Right, what were we doing? Sorry, I was just
I
replying
was
to
wondering
something.
if I could make a medicine check to see if I can like figure see if I can figure something out, like giving bread to him to try.
Yeah, you can certainly try. Yeah.
15.
You know, with this level of inebriation, that bread will not do the trick.
Bears.
Haven't you,
Really?
in your vast
That's
clerical
mild.
arsenal, got anything that stops people from being drunk?
I can try something, but it might be
No.
a waste to the matter in hand.
Well, I think it would be a better idea to question this person.
Could we do it back at the tavern rather than do
I-
it here? These guys are freezing to death. Let's get in front of a fire. Or we could start one here on the lakeside.
Well, we can start one here, or we can give cloaks to them, particularly very big fairy cloaks to them.
Do you possess any on you at this point in time?
Sophia does, which is asked multiple times.
Max,
Yeah,
how tall is this Arabelle?
she's like the size of like an 8-year-old. Not very tall at all.
Very tall at all.
I'm gonna cast 3 prestidigitations because I can have 3 at a time and do the warming effect on like, head, torso, legs on her.
Yeah. Okay. That works.
So does that come
she's
under
dry.
harmless sensory effect?
You can you can chill, warm, or flavor. Oh, actually, hold on.
Because I don't. Oh, you
Yeah.
can, but
You can?
it's of non-living material.
Yeah, so I'll warm her clothes.
To her clothes. Okay.
They're
Oh,
still
well.
damp, but they're more like humid, damp kind of now, where rather than cold damp.
I mean, if I do, it will help more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dry off, so she'll be okay.
do it as well, I suppose.
I'm gonna light a fucking torch, even if it's bright outside, and keep the flame close to me.
Okay.
Alright, would you rather we went back to the tavern or we lit a fire here for you to dry off?
Are you using your own stash of torches?
Actually, wait, did I bring any? I bought 2. Yeah, yes, I'll use one of my torches.
It's going to take a while for you to light it because all your torches are soggy.
I mean, I have a torch if that one
We've
doesn't.
all got torches.
Hey, Flint, light this for me. I've used all my prestidigitations.
Alright, I can use prestidigitation to light the torch.
And it lights up.
Yeah, it's a good thing you mentioned that because I would have tried to
Magic.
firebolt it.
Can I talk to Arabella?
You certainly can.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
Would you like
I've been
some of
in
this
that
bread?
sack for days. Yes, please.
Days.
Mm-hmm.
Was it this man, and I gesture at the drunken fool, that put you in that sack?
Yeah, that fool.
Would you like me to chuck him in the river? And I'd like to do an impersonation of the
Rayla,
drunk man falling in the
hold
river and
on.
flailing about to try and make her laugh.
That would be funny, yes.
Rayla, let's hold off
Good.
on that.
Maybe in a
for
minute
now.
when we questioned him.
Should we perhaps... Let's get these 2 in front of a fire back in the tavern where we can dry their clothes before they catch pneumonia or something.
Are you questioning Bluto out here, though?
We can do that at the tavern.
So, this individual is, well, as far as not only has he been seemingly kidnapping children, potentially he's also stolen something else of great value, which the people of Vallaki don't want to know about. I don't think it's a good idea to have a drunk wandering around.
No, he's coming with us to the tavern. You can question him
You
there.
go for a drink?
Yeah.
Oh.
Octavio's in on it, remember?
Oh. I like a drink.
We know.
You know?
Yep.
Are you my friend?
Yes.
Could you lend me some coins so I can buy some wine?
Let's get back to the tavern first, shall we? Where it's nice and warm, yeah?
Okay.
Rubbish out.
We be off then.
Yes, I think that's, I'll be honest with you. This is not really how I wanted to start my boating career, I'm going to be honest.
Wait, drunk man and little girl. Come on.
Can
Or
I
let's have a laugh.
offer Arabella my hand and just
Yeah, she'll hold on, yeah.
I've got some bread and cheese, I'll give that to her. You know, ration stuff.
She'll
like-
munch on it.
I'd like to chat to Auric. I'm just like, what happened? Everyone seems to be all over the place in a rush. I'm so confused.
It was a bit hectic. From what Yegov said, this drunkard seems to have tossed this little girl in the lake. Not sure why, but we're going to take him back to the tavern for questioning, I think.
Okay. And how do we know the tavern is the best place for them?
We don't, but is there anywhere else you can think of?
The
I-
orphanage?
Can I interject here?
I don't know. Is Sophia being quiet about this, or
Yeah, sort of behind everyone. Because it's just super confused. So I was going to say, we could take her to the orphanage.
I don't think she's part of it. She was the missing girl from the Bastani camp.
I know,
Yeah,
but
he
it'll be a lot. It'll be a lot quieter. Be a lot quieter than the tavern for our
We're
questioning.
the only patrons at the tavern.
Mind you, Arabella's in very brightly lit clothing, very Vistani-like.
She's in a cloak.
And yes, but remember, Vistanis are banned in Vallaki. So Sophia's lucky in a manner that she has peculiar clothes are very Barovian, purely because her old clothes fit a lock stone rather than a human.
Unless Sophia says that, or it doesn't remember.
No, I didn't remember either.
Yeah,
But if she's in an adult-sized cloak wrapped around her, she
Mhm.
should be okay.
So it should be fine, yeah.
Adult size cloak. Where'd you get that from?
There's a
We
cloak
gave
of
her-
protection on her at the moment, I think, right?
Yes, it was a sterling-sized cloak.
Well,
Right.
I
She's
put
a-
my cloak
No,
on Auric.
I
Oh,
think
no.
Auric gave her the cloak, her his cloak. So Auric's got
Rayla,
it.
no, the
And
girl
then
has
I-
Rayla's. I have Sterling's.
Okay,
I remember.
Okay, so it's a
there we go.
child-sized cloak.
And Sophia's has Sophia's.
Yeah.
Sophia ain't
And the
giving that
cycle
cloak to
continues.
no one.
Hell no.
Anyway, Auric will be like, honestly, this is not my area of expertise. Maybe speak to Rayla or Yegov about this.
I was just confused. I just didn't know what was happening. I just felt rushed. I was having a nice quiet time. I was chatting.
Well, I almost drowned.
Yeah, I was told. They said you interrupted their sleep.
What? Who?
The water, of course. What else do you think I was talking about? You're talking to.
Oh, it's not the weirdest thing I've seen in this place.
Auric speaks to trees. Sophia talks to water.
Turns to an oakwood tree. Is that in that right, Phil?
Can you speak to trees?
No,
Do you know the language of Vietnamese?
I know Druidic. I don't know if that counts.
Nope. Oh, you can.
Yes.
Yeah, you can get whispers from the trees. Yeah,
Fuck you,
but it's not
Captain
like
Oak.
coherent sentences. It's just like simple words kind of thing. It's like think
You
of
know-
a toddler kind of thing.
All right, interesting thing. Hearing that, Auric actually semi-believes he'll just turn to a tree after thinking about the dryad to be like, Can you understand me?
What's up, bro?
No.
Strahd is the trees now. Hey,
I do
Matt,
want to
I
interrupt you though.
This
forgot.
forest.
I don't kind of just I know I'm butting in, but at this point, Bluto starts to he appears to be visibly drowning. Or he's gurgling, this horrendous gurgling noise, and he just crumples to the floor. He's like stretching, clawing at the sky.
Can I do like an insight, medicine, or whatever kind of check to see
You
what
can
the fuck?
make an insight check. Yep.
I'm gonna do. Actually, I'll wait. Oric's still shocked from the tree. Chad tree.
This man
26?
appears to be drowning.
Can I figure out like why? Can I figure out why though? Like, does he need like water? Like,
Does he need
not
more
breathe air?
water? The man seems to be drowning. Give
No, I
him
was gonna say,
water,
does
for heaven's sake.
does he like not
y-
breathe air or something, or is
No,
there, like,
he
water
seems like he's gasping, but he's not taking in air or something's going on. You know, it's magical of some kind. You can try and make an Arcana check to discern what's going on.
I'll do that.
I throw out a quick. No, I don't know.
Right. What can I do? What can I do?
No,
What
I'm
can I
not.
do?
I'm not gonna do that either.
10.
Damn it.
You're not too sure what's going on here. Supernatural forces are at play. He's like screaming. It's like horrendous. He's like
Someone
clawing at
is
his throat, and
drowning.
you see
I
like
think
deep gashes coming on his neck as he's like clawing, and the nails are digging in.
Oh well, we'll get. We'll
Can I
stop him
try
doing
remove curse?
You can try and cast Remove Curse, yes.
that. I will.
Yeah, so I do that whilst also like calling for help and tell people that he's drowning and.
I will stop him clawing himself.
Okay, so I'll uno momento. So I'll do Sam's Remove Curse first. So you cast the Remove Curse on his general person, and you notice the necklace he's wearing just explodes.
Oh. That down. Write that down.
Sterling,
like,
what the fuck just happened?
And you'll try and restrain him, but he's still fighting back. He's still trying to claw. It's like you can see in his eyes, like there's just straight panic in his eyes.
appears he is cursed. His necklace was cursed or something.
So why is he still doing whatever the fuck he's doing? What's going on?
I'm not sure. Did I discern that it was definitely magical, but I just don't know what.
Yeah, you just don't know what, but you think it's some supernatural force or magic at play.
Yeah. He seems to be drowning. And it seems to be magical, but I can't exactly place what. I tried to remove curse from him, and his necklace exploded, as you saw. But he still still seems to be drowning, and I'm not sure why.
At this point, Bluto passes out. He's unconscious.
Can I try cast healing word on him?
You can, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Roll for healing.
Is he still like
healing word
gasping
is...
for air after he
Oh no,
passed
he's
out,
just
or-
straight up passed out out of nowhere. Stopped screaming and literally got swooned, like he
Is
fainted.
he breathing?
He's breathing, but he's very out cold.
Slash roll 1d4 plus 4. 8 health.
I had the worst dream of drowning.
Sorry, what was that, Max?
Was I swimming? I don't feel wet. He starts like patting himself and look what's going on. He has a very distinct wet patch on his trousers, however.
Auric moves away.
Does he feel? Does he like seem less drunk now?
No. Where's my drink? You were buying me a drink, weren't you?
Yes, we are heading to the
Yeah.
tavern. Let's
Yay!
get
He
back
just starts
there.
clapping. Mind you, though, that's like, I don't hear the whispers anymore.
What whispers, Pluto?
The voices in my head, of course.
What do they sound like?
Oh, they sound like my voice.
Tell you what, mate. Who gave you that necklace you had?
I was gonna say, can I also
A friend.
can
You
I
said
look
you
for
will
the
bring
necklace?
me good luck when trying to catch the fishies.
Who what was the friend's name?
Vatili.
Ah,
Ne-
that
was
makes a
it
lot
the
of
same
sense.
sort of necklace as the one
You
that
know
we
him
found
too?
Is
Yeah.
Oh,
He-
he's so posh, isn't he?
Yeah, he's gone somewhere though. He's going on holiday.
Yes. Why don't we head back to the inn then? You know,
Yes.
it's just happened.
Yes,
We
go
will
to
take
the inn,
you.
let's go get some drinks.
Well, we'll take you to one
The
of our
drinks are
rooms
on
first.
you! Woo!
We'll take you to one of the rooms first. We'll have a little talk.
Well, you
And then-
need to wine the night me first before you take me to bed.
But our friend here just stopped you from drowning.
You did?
Well,
I
this
owe
big
you a
tool.
kiss then, don't I? He
So
starts
yes, you
like
should.
stumbling towards. Who was
I-
actually physically trying to help? Who were you referring to trying to save
It's
him from
Sterling,
drowning?
because Sterling was one over him.
He's
healing him
stumbling
and-
towards Sterling, trying to give him a kiss.
I don't understand what's
Give
happening.
me a
at the moment.
kissy kiss.
I just like
Come on,
stand
Pluto,
there
drink
and
some of this,
I
mate.
just like I stand there
He
like a statue
slobbers
of
all
Britain
over the
there.
corner of your mouth, and he gets a little bit in your mouth.
Sterling
I
hasn't
wouldn't
ever
let
been
him
sick
I wouldn't
before
let
in his
him
life.
Get that close. That close. I'd like.
No.
But he
Um,
is
He's
now.
just gonna hold him at arm's length.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe later. Can I have a look at
Okay.
this
He gives you a cheeky
necklace?
wink.
Can I have a look at this necklace?
Oh, it's like you see the remnants on the floor. It's like turning into ash.
Okay.
So a mending spell
Can I
wouldn't
make-
do anything here.
No, it's like literally like dust particles floating into the
I
wind.
would
Can I-
not mend
Can I
that.
make out any like resemblance to the? Can I make out any resemblance to the one that we found on, in the orphanage?
Unfortunately, not. No.
Not anymore.
It's as if you cast remove curse without actually finding the item on him prior. I mean, you could investigate it if you like eye him up a little bit more, but no, it's turned to dust. I'm afraid.
Okay. I mean, not gonna lie.
Still good.
Yeah, I saved it. In my books, I saved him. So we're good.
Is this a delayed response coming from him?
Mac,
Yes.
I kind of have completely forgotten what the deal with Arabella was.
We mentioned it was
I think it's in the
Was that on it?
handouts.
Did her
It's in the handout
parents
somewhere.
ask us to find her?
It
No.
was her uncle, I believe.
Well, actually, no. Her dad
yeah.
did. The two leaders of the other Vistani camp.
Yeah, the
Yes.
The big, bulkier one. This is his daughter, apparently.
If you're on the Barovia map, there should be a note on it somewhere that says "assholes live here" or something.
Aragal and Kuvash.
Aragal.
Kuvash. This is Kuvash's daughter.
Yeah,
which I
Kuvash is
don't
the big
think
one.
it-
Aragal's the face, so
So-
to speak.
Yes.
Did anyone check with her what her parents' names are?
Well, good news, Sterling. If you return her, you can
her-
finally get cured of your lycanthropy, I suppose.
Her parents' name or dad's name is
Done that.
Kuvash. In case you
As far as
forgot.
I know, I've already done that.
Well, you guys just assume that it's gone. You haven't had a
Well,
full
no.
moment.
Well, he did cast remove curse. But
And their
Yeah.
potions. Are the
Yeah,
potions
true.
work so well.
the potions are highly potent. Only the best.
I think if we're going to question Bluto at the inn, it would be best to talk to Arabelle at the inn as well.
Well,
But just
you're gonna have to forgive me, but I have a sneaking suspicion he was under the influence of a certain overdeveloped leech.
entirely possible, but I don't see why. It was your idea to get him to.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna question him under the presumption he was Compos Mentis. But you know how it goes.
Can't hurt to take him back there and make sure that he's okay. And once he's sobered up, we can talk to him properly and maybe try find out the devil's motive.
I suspect the devil's motive is fuckery. But anyway, yeah, I mean, doesn't sound bad. Let's do this. Let's get going. I want to get back.
So, does it look like Arabelle is properly covered with the Raider's cloak?
Yes. Yes, she seems warm and comfy.
Especially with prestidigitation running.
It's
Yeah, it's
fireworks,
cook her alive
sparkles, and
instead.
doves.
Alright, well, I guess we go back.
Onwards to glory.
Mm-hmm.
I look back at the boat fondly one last time.
Does anyone have any passive perception higher than 15?
Does Night
Mine is 15.
Yours is 15.
Mine's 14.
He's just
14.
10
Okay.
plus
Luck-
your perception. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no, mine's 14.
Lucky you
Got the
have
highest.
someone with 15.
Yeah.
So you notice something, like, whilst you're walking back to the town with Arabelle, you notice something odd about her eyes.
Uh-huh.
They seem to be like, mostly like midnight black, but they seem to be swirling at times.
No one's noticed this?
No. You're just
Damn,
a people
we suck.
person. You notice these little things, you know? Because, you know, your background, let's just say. Your
I have
prior
an
work
excuse.
experience, you know how
Yeah,
to
if
pick
I
up
wasn't
the
wear-
little things on people.
If I wasn't wearing this eye patch, my passive perception like 24.
Okay. Yeah.
Fashion's
Okay.
important.
So back and swirling. I'm gonna like veer off and kind of pull you off to the side a bit. Like not obvious, but like a little bit
Okay.
behind people.
Yeah.
What's that, Hark?
Little girl. Yep. Her eyes kind of black, swirling. Is that normal for children?
Sorry, her eyes are doing what?
Yeah.
Immediately
looks a
says
bit like-
divine sense.
It looks a bit like this, and I'll minor illusion my eyes to do the same thing.
You're a
Yeah, you imitate it.
shapeshifter.
I can't copy things I haven't like. I can't copy something that people won't actually have.
She actually has that.
Yeah, but it's not her. Minor illusion. Fuck you.
So they're doing. Gotta be honest, it's a little bit. Forgive me for saying this. I think that's a bit creepy.
Yeah, I
not
mean,
you,
children
you
are
guys.
creepy anyway, but
You fucking got that right.
yeah, it's kinda weird.
So you know what, Max? You're absolutely right. I am going to.
Okay. Nothing comes up.
What do you
Huh.
mean?
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I just
allow you
used-
to do a D20 roll. DC is 10 to see if you recall anything about this type of eyes.
Just flat.
Just flat D20.
Count.
Or
Man
you,
knows.
you've seen someone else with this kind of like similar eyes before.
Ah, who was that? I pray tell.
That was Madame Ava.
You remember Madame Ava, Warwick?
He did not meet her, hence why he doesn't know.
No, I
Oh, were
did.
you
I
did?
did,
Ah,
yeah.
okay,
did.
cool. I wasn't too sure, that's why I didn't make you roll. I was like, I know Jaeger was definitely there.
Is that the orphanage? Ben remembers. Is that the orphanage head teacher?
No, that was the lady who gave us the tarot cards and set us on this merry quest.
She mentioned about Oryx's brothers or family not making it. or stuff
She
like that.
mentioned your family and brothers and seemed to know a whole lot about us. Remember her? The Vastadi lady? Camp leader?
Yes, I should have.
She has the same eyes.
What?
She had the same eyes.
What does that mean?
I don't know. But I'm willing it's a Vistani trait. From what I can tell. Do you know who might know? Sophia might know. But
Go ahead, ask
I
her.
can.
My name was called.
It's like a bat.
You know that same thing that happened to me when I couldn't intervene in your conversation?
You smelt the conversation happening.
Yeah, I have advantage on smell checks.
It's true.
Wait a
Her,
second.
her name has a very distinct aroma to it, so.
Yeah, she actually has synesthesia.
Exactly. Oh my god, imagine that, man. Character would be broken as shit if that was the case, man.
Does Sophia actually hear it? And
I mean, we're being fairly
How loud
quiet,
are you
not-
guys talking? You guys were talking in a very quiet manner,
yeah, I
so
pulled
it's up
Yegov
to you
the
guys.
side.
We're trying not to freak out the child. You know, one of them ones.
No worries, Nate.
So like, but you might be glad though. It's nothing. I used my divine senses on it. There's nothing malicious about the child or the trait.
What about the fat guy?
What about the fat guy, Max?
Drink?
No,
Drink,
I meant
drink,
divine
drink.
sense.
Oh, he's just a fat guy.
His alignment is drink. Okay, switch to drunk.
No, nothing comes up in your divine sense on him either.
No, I'm actually weirdly
Oh,
the man with alcohol for blood
Oh,
seems
wait.
to register as
Meta
normal.
question here. Do you see people's alignments?
Yep.
That might be useful to say.
I've used it before to do that exact thing.
the alignment of Pluto is chaotic neutral.
My man.
I can
And-
detect good and evil if that's a too much.
Oh, you don't detect any good or evil from either.
He's just
So
a
Richard-
fucking drink.
They're both neutral.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Like, if they ain't showing up, they're not concerned.
Okay.
But either location, very social feet under than 60 feet. That is not being a total cover. You can just do 2 times long rest.
Dude, you're getting really good at reading that thing out.
Terms and conditions apply. See back for
Good
details.
bit of
Subject
use
availability.
He is a paladin. He's
I-
memorized it.
Some Miranda rights.
Max, how long has it been since we were at Madame Ava's camp?
Oh god.
Wait,
Nathan, can you consult the timeline? A couple of days, right?
Alright, to make it easier, would I remember her face?
Yes.
Yeah. We're
Madam
on,
Ava.
we're on day 8. It was on day 3. So
Oh, damn,
Yeah.
it's only been 5 days.
I would say it's been a while because I've
It's
only
only
been
been
with
5
the group.
days.
I've only been with the group for 5 days.
Well, yeah, if I could look like Madame Ava, see if the girl recognizes her.
I'm not sure that would be of any help, but it'd probably freak the child out to fuck, let's be honest.
Yeah. Alright, well, we can ask her when we get back to the inn.
Yes.
I have some
Did
questions.
you want to
for
ask
Splinter.
Sophia about the whole eyes thing?
I feel like this is more your thing. I don't understand all this
Fits.
weird voodoo shit.
I don't deal in voodoo.
the
There's no
druid doesn't understand.
Well, if it ain't celestial, fiendish, undead, generically evil, it's not really my remit. This is more arcane weirdness, which is
yeah.
actually more up your remit, to be honest.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah,
I
I'll
know,
ask.
I know, right?
I'll ask Sophia. I'll then do what I did with Yegov to Sophia and pull her to the side.
Okay.
Ow,
Sophia,
that's my hair! Don't stay off my cloak. It's brand new.
It's like
shouldn't have
tugging
so
at your
much of it then.
cloak, and you're like, you're gonna get it dirty.
Yeah. Come
I
on, it's
am
brand new.
very clean. That's very. Shut up.
Well,
Listen.
have you had a shower since you fell in the water?
He had a bath.
No.
Then you dirty man.
Does everyone?
Sophia, just listen to the bloody guy.
Bluto's joining in, yelling, dirty man as well.
I will fucking kill you.
It's like cowards.
Right, Sophia, the young girl, she's Vistani, yes?
I would assume so, based on my knowledge of Vistani, which is lots, and her clothes, which is many.
Did you spend much time around Madame Ava?
Yeah, Madame Ava was
My
the
homie.
leader of my camp. Yeah. And then
Okay.
Sophia sort of stops and sort of thinks back to home. She misses it.
Nostalgia kicks
Country
in. Yeah.
road.
She misses it. She
Take
sort of
me
like
Ah.
slumps down.
Do I have a like sad flute music for you? Hold on. What Battlefield song again?
No, that's something Koratari
Under no
does.
flag.
Yeah.
She
Only
sort
what
of
Koratari does.
she sort of slumps down into just like thinking, just against the wall, just thinking about all the good times.
Alright, I understand that completely, but right now I need your help. Does this ring a bell? And he'll do the minor illusion with the eyes thing. Fuck you, Adam, not changing my shape.
Voice in the sky. Would that trigger anything in
you
Sophia's?
recognize this immediately. This is a very rare thing that only happens in very specific Vistani bloodlines, and it's a mark of great power with the ability to fortune tell and see the future. Very often, whoever's got these eyes become leaders of Vistani groups, such as Madame Eva, but they're so far few between. It's like it's super rare. It's like once in a generation kind of thing. You see like one person with it, and it usually is like of one. It's usually one of relation of Madame Eva or her lineage, basically. So somehow you reckon this. Like, you don't know if the child had it, he's just imitating it, so he seems to be imitating someone of Madame Eva's bloodline, you believe.
Okay, so I would say to sort of to Auric that is the sign of leadership.
Is this prominent in Vistani culture?
No, the only person that I know who even comes close is Madame Eva herself.
Well, then we have someone very special among us, because he'll point to Arabelle. I saw that one with these eyes.
We need to get her out of here. She isn't safe. She's only safe with her own kind.
Where do you propose we take her?
Is there any Vistani around here?
There's the ones who sent us to look for her, but I imagine those aren't very good. We could take her back to maybe Madame Ava if she's still there, but I don't know how Vistani work. Do you move?
This girl has the sigil of leadership. She's in danger wherever we take her.
Great. Well, I say we probably get her back to the inn where it's safe, and then we decide what to do as a group.
I leave it to you guys.
Well,
I'm
only
here.
you and Yakov know.
Shall I tell the others? After the conversation we had last night with Flint, he'd be really pissed if we start not sharing any secrets.
It's not really a secret. I don't want to alarm anyone of anything. If we get back, I'll happily talk about it then, but we're in the middle of nowhere right now.
Can we get her through the guards in Barovia?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Well, Vistani are not permitted.
And neither is a man in the castle, but he's been here plenty of times, it seems. I personally have no faith in these guards whatsoever.
On your head be it. I can help the best way I can.
Well, then if shit hits the fan, protect the girl.
I'm on it. And I sort of raise up my hand in some sort of like high five / shake / fist bump style thing, but she's not really sure.
Auric will shake her hand because he doesn't know what to make of this.
Just like some ghost. Yeah.
It's going to end up like a fist bump handshake cabbage situation.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fist bump and you're just going to shake the fist.
Without a little giggle.
And then, anyone else want to do anything, or would you like me to transition back to the Vallaki map?
Can I cast guidance on Auric?
Yeah, that just happens. So
So with my fist bump, I'm just like, yeah.
does it only last a minute? It's
It
like not
does.
going to be relevant.
It doesn't. I don't care.
You feel a warm sensation when you shake.
Right, Ben, find a way
Sophiea's
to roll
fist.
in the next minute. Quick.
Perception check.
You
Who's around
stab
us?
Flint. You stab Flint.
Yeah.
No,
Actually, you
Sneak
know
attack.
what? I can make that work narratively. After we do a handshake and she says that to me, I'll look around because now I'm a bit paranoid.
Okay. Make a perception check with guidance D4 on top.
we did it.
We did
Is
it.
that just-
We did it, boys.
Is that a 1d4 or is that just a 4?
Guidance gives an extra D4.
Okay. Roll a 3. Oh, that's pretty good.
You see trees. If you look behind you right now, you see the lake. And you see the mountains.
Nothing
You
else.
Everyone
see
else is gone though.
You see three. You see 3 rowboats just drifting back in the lake. Well, the 4 rowboats drift back in the lake because no one mentioned they took the ropes off or anything like that.
Well, actually, they're all tied together, just floating
Yep.
off.
So all floating up. Who used their rope to tie the boats together? Was it Sam?
No,
I think I used some of mine.
I just used the rope that was already attached from where it was moored.
Oh yeah, we had mooring line, didn't we?
More lines. Okay, yeah, you're fine
just
then.
used the
You're
mooring line.
fine.
Oh dear.
Lucky.
Um,
Steal some rope off you, all things. Yeah, the boats
Oracle
drift
just-
off.
He'll mutter to himself, how did we get this far?
So true. How, is Arabella managing to keep up, or is she looking tired?
She looks very tired and fatigued, yeah.
Okay, can I just pick her up and carry her all the way?
You certainly can. But piggyback or just like carry?
Carry her just like on my hip.
Okay. Yeah, no problem at all. She's very skinny and light,
one
so
second,
it's
guys.
not a very difficult thing to carry.
While we're walking, is Pluto seemingly just stumbling along with us?
He's singing Williman
Okay.
and Sally Brown. He's singing various different sea shanties, even though there's no seas in Barovia.
There's no boats in Peru.
There's no boats here now either. Yeah, they're just drifting
They'll
off.
wash up eventually, just on the other side.
Yeah. We
Well,
sent
there are no
requests.
boats. There are no boats in Barovia. What's Debbie gonna do with her proficiency with rowboats?
No.
I know, I've added it to my character sheet as now.
It's
Yes,
like
exactly.
it's permanent now.
I mean, there's
Never escaped.
always life after Barovia if you manage to survive, of course.
We're not. We're all going to drown somehow. I don't know how. But we'll figure it out.
PTSD kicks then.
Every character afraid of water by the end of this game.
Pluto starts screaming as well.
Good.
Here
I am returned.
Yeah.
It's before lunchtime, sort of, at the moment, isn't it? Or...
I would say
It's
you
like
guys
half an hour.
left very early, so I'm gonna say it's like by the time you get back to town, it'll be like, let's say 10:30, something like
Okay.
Or it's gonna look a right weirdo carrying this torch around in like broad daylight.
that.
Yeah, I'll cast prestidigitation to warm up somewhere. It's clothing.
Okay, cool. And I'll pop us back to the Vallaki map then. So you guys end up here at the gates of the town. You still have your torch lit at this point in time, Ben.
As we're coming in, I'll douse it out.
Seeing Bluto singing profoundly and is extremely drunk, the 2 city guards that man this post are gonna. They don't really expect much trouble during the day. They're a bit lackadaisy about their guard duties. You can see them scrambling to grab their nearby pikes and shields.
Oh,
And are pointing them at you.
Whoa.
Is there an issue here, Guardsman?
Friends. I don't know.
State your purpose.
we're going to the inn. We're residents of the inn for the time being.
How do we not know you're not the minions of the devil?
I don't know what would a minion of the devil do.
How can we convince you?
From what the burgomaster says, he will be chronically unhappy.
I pull out my room key from the what's it called? Damn it.
A key?
From the tab.
What's that supposed to mean?
This is our room key for
like
where we've been staying in the inn.
See, it spies are devious. You could have copied that key.
I mean,
Don't
you are
try it
right,
in the
my good
muck
sir.
if you don't believe us.
You know what, Max?
What if the name of the owner of the inn is Erwin? There was a festival or a show recently by one by the name of Rictavio, and we could only know this if we were residents of the town, because no minions of the devil could enter the town.
Looks at his colleague and says, "You do speak some sense, lad." Very well. Don't be making any trouble. Especially you, Bluto.
Yeah, well, he's with us. We'll be fine.
Don't want any of those streaking nonsense again, yeah?
He does that.
Oh, aye. Every Tuesday.
I don't know about
Hey, is it today?
I haven't noticed the
What day is it
have
today,
I?
Nathan?
Well, we haven't done that part of it. It's the
Matt.
8th day.
I'm
Well,
giving
no,
you,
because
I'm
I'm
giving
pretty
you
sure
opportunity to
Rictavio
set
said
the
his
day.
show was on the weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a Wednesday today. Wednesday. He did it yesterday, out on his way out of town.
Yep. He streaked onto the fishing boat with Arabelle in a bag.
Oh,
That's even weirder.
Well played, Nathan. He chose the days.
I didn't think about that. That was entirely your own doing. You can't blame me. So how do I spell
Nah, it's
Wednesday?
all your fault. All your fault. Why the next day?
Witness me.
Exactly. At that point, Bluto starts taking his clothes off.
Not now, Bluto. You've got to save yourself, Sterling.
Where's my drink? My mouth is so dry.
We're nearly there, Pluto. Instant oath. Come on. And then we just...
Can I just walk by Flint and say nicely done?
Thank you. I mean, I didn't lie to them at all. Everything I said was true.
That's true, yeah. Quick thinking, man.
And you gain entry to the town.
Huzzah! As we're going in, I'll press the digitation a gold piece into my hand and just give it to one of the guards.
You're a dick.
Do you just throw it on the floor between them two?
No, I'll flick it. As I'm walking past, it's a casual. Here you go, fellas. Cheers.
Okay. They wait until you're start walking through, and you can hear in the distance them bickering as to who should have the coin.
Well, it's gonna disappear in an hour, so fuck you guys.
Exactly.
An oracle look like some completely different. It's fine.
And you're in
Keep it
Vallaki. What would
chaotic.
you guys like to do? You heading straight to Blue Water Inn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you want in?
Bedtime for Max.
The voice in the sky, tires.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
finish
pissed
this shit.
today, so I'm like,
Strahd just comes,
catching
knocks
up
on
to
the
that.
Blue Water Inn. Hurry up, guys. Dinner
Please hurry
invitations
up.
last forever.
I need my beauty sleep.
I need my beauty sleep. Yeah, you guys are in Blue Water Inn. What you guys? Are you sitting him at a table to interrogate him? You're gonna go upstairs and try to be, inconspicuous. I
Can I
think the
shut
word
these
I'm looking
crows
for
up
is
now?
subtle. Oh, you can. Yeah. You can get rid of the bot. I don't know how to get rid of it.
Go up to, I think it's
One
what's
sec.
her name? Bianca? I don't know. I forgot what
What's
it's
it called? Groovy.
Do I just go /skip and it gets rid of it? I just
dash
right
stop,
click
dash
disconnect him.
Oh, it's not that far. It's not that
Sure.
far.
Ah, thank you, bud.
Thank you.
That far. What's this one? Never mind. I don't have a name. Dianca.
I think
There
you
we
can
go.
use the command -die, and it works.
Don't do that.
Can I go up to Dianca if she's there?
Yeah.
Is it?
I'll
Yeah.
check a name. Hold on, I've got the name somewhere.
It's. I am.
Pretty sure
Danica.
Danica.
Yep. Close. Both of you are kind of right.
Danica. I have it written down. Anyway. Danica's there.
Yep.
Can you make a small hot meal, or have you got one prepared already?
Well, we do have some vegetable soup in the back on the go. Well, weren't you gonna head off and find my husband? Have you still not set off? You'll be cutting it fine with a festival. Burgomaster will lose his mind if there's no wine.
We will be, but your husband's a capable man, I'm sure.
Oh, I don't know about that. He may know his way around wine and keeping a business, but these roads are not safe these days.
In any case, don't worry.
Fear the worst.
For now, we want a small bowl of soup, then I suppose. For now.
A small child, actually.
Oh, yes. Well, it's a small bowl of soup for a small child.
Who we just rescued from drowning.
Is small soup prepared, Max?
Yep, she'll bring out some bowls and start serving some bowls of soup for you guys.
Oh,
it's nice and warm and comforting.
I asked for one. I will take the first one that she provided and take it over and place it in front of Arabelle.
Okay. She starts eating it. You can tell she's hungry, but she's very well mannered and tries not to rush eating without sacrificing her manners and good etiquette.
Oh. I keep her in real life.
Did the soup come with any bread by any chance?
It did come with a small piece of bread.
Oh,
Child size.
That's not going to be good enough for
yeah,
Sophia.
The bread cell, take the bread as well. And
not at all going to be good enough for Sophia.
Hand it to Arabelle. Small bit of bread.
Sophia goes up to the bar and says, "It's pre-lunch time. I'm ready for my loaf of bread, please."
And she hands you a loaf of bread. Same rates, two copper piece.
Sounds good to me.
There you go.
Worth
Freshly made this
every
morning.
penny. Cool. And then Sophia will head back to the table, put the loaf of bread in the middle of the table, and say, "Dig in, everyone."
It's tiger bread today.
Ooh, I do like a tiger bread.
I start nibbling at my jerky rack.
She looks at Sterling, who has not moved at all.
Uh-oh.
And sort of gestures to the bread.
You're in her sight, Sterling. What are you gonna do?
Sophia?
Yeah.
Are you aware that Sterling, as a Warforged, doesn't eat?
Yeah.
So why are you feeding him bread? I have been curious. We need to ask. We haven't had time.
Because he loves it.
I don't think he does.
He's never said anything of the sort.
He just said it right now.
I'm pretty sure I have mentioned it before, but especially with everyone else backing me up, I'm gonna be more confident and more forceful. I do not like the amount of bread that you try shovel down my throat. Down my pipes.
It wouldn't be very pleasant if someone was, say, shoveling bread down your throat. It might be uncomfortable for you.
I wasn't. I have no shovel. What are you talking about?
Well, why don't you have a shovel? They're very useful.
Right. I'm desperate for a glass of water, so you guys can talk amongst yourselves. What I'm going to do is quickly put some music on. If anyone wants to grab a drink at this point, and if anyone wants to figure out the whole line of questioning, it's just I've got really dry throat, so I really need to grab a glass of water if that's okay.
I've needed to pee for the last half an hour. Thank you.
No worries, man. No worries.
A bit of a break here.
Yeah, so we take a really short break, 2-minute break.
Tea then.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, cool. I'll swap over, get some music on the go. We'll be right back after this. I'll run some ads because that's a thing I could do now, apparently.
Hooray.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Alright,
Wait, no,
be
I
right
don't.
for you guys.
Okay.
If you guys can give me like I'm back kind of thing on roll 20, once everyone types in there, then I'll start up again for you.
Okay.
Cool.
Right.
1 sec.
Bye. Right, guys, just gonna pop some music on for you and put my BRB screen on. We'll only be a minute too, just while we get some quick refreshment break and toilet break and all that stuff. So be right back in 2. Oh, I need to get a little bit better at doing those seamless audio transitions. I need to find a way to do it more smooth than what I'm doing. Right, I think everyone is back, so we'll just pan right back to it. So let's get the overlay to go and unmute Discord, and we'll get the show going.
If you
Hello.
wanted a lore answer,
What have I walked back into?
Auric
everyone
ex-Flint,
hates
by that I mean
changelings.
Flint ex-Flint.
Really?
Well, I mean, not in the party. It was like Debbie wanted to know why.
Oh, why they
Auric
hide their
had
true
turned
selves,
into
kind of thing.
Well, I actually want to know why Auric
Yeah.
turned into Flint. Just
Like,
outright.
why?
Flint asked nicely.
Why?
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Asking nicely gets you a lot of things, Debbie and Rayla.
Oh, really?
You don't need to stab everyone all the time. I mean, it's fun, I'll admit, but
I think it gives you access to someone's diary.
why do you think Strahd likes Flint so much? He just talks to him.
Right, have you guys figured out what you want to do, or?
I didn't talk about that at all.
Well, we didn't talk about that much at all.
Were we
Okay,
not
no
in the
worries.
middle of a conversation of the
We
fact
were
that
with the bread, yes. We were in a thrilling
Yeah.
conversation about bread, yes.
so as far as I knew, Sterling, you loved bread.
Oh,
So it's oh, you said thank fuck.
created that impression. Was it the way that I pushed the bread away, or the fact that you had to force it upon me?
Well, my brothers and sisters always enjoyed the food that I made. We shared everything. We always, whenever you were given food, you had to eat it as a sign of goodwill, a sign of thanks, and that's what I assumed everyone felt. Everyone enjoyed the bread that I gave everyone. It was only you that seems that you didn't like it.
You did shove it in his face. It's not the most pleasant experience.
Like bread, I just dislike the amount of it that you give me.
But I don't mean to.
Well, I'm glad that we are having this conversation then, as I thought
Sophia
that you...
leaves the room.
As in, she goes outside or upstairs?
Upstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
It might be an idea
Where?
to.
Sophia, go.
Well, she's
Do you
heading
turn
upstairs.
and give him the look as well?
No.
No? Oh. Uh-oh. Sterling's in trouble.
Well, I think that was
Oh.
probably needed.
Fine.
We could, if you're feeling bad, head upstairs with Arabelle and Mr. Blue Toe over here. And head upstairs.
Where's my drink?
Here,
I was
have
promised
this, and I...
drink.
I go up to the bar and get some water.
There's no wine.
What's this? This is not a drink.
So pressed.
Can I whisper to Auric to make it taste like wine and look like wine?
I don't
Try
think
it.
he can.
You can. I
There's
can.
only so much he can.
I can, yeah. Prestidigitation's a really good
Yeah.
cantrip.
Yeah, for...
I'm not going to yet, though. I'll ask him to taste it.
He'll sip it, make a loud retching noise, and then he'll throw literally like throw the water at Sterling.
Before, right, can I see that he's about to and say, wait. I'll do like a flick of the hand, use prestidigitation, and make it taste like the wine. Try it now.
Oh, that's little.
This
It
is
just
what you'll
downs the
get.
entire cup. More, please.
This is what you'll get if you answer our questions.
Okay.
I've just realised you can just, in a way, maybe cure alcoholism with
that. Yeah, right.
It might, well, I don't know. Would that work?
I think so.
It's canon.
There's like a good guy, a bad guy. Alcoholism.
Well, the thing is, there's no actual alcohol in it, so
I know.
Yeah,
you wouldn't
exactly.
get.
That's like, but you get the taste of it, but not the.
You look
I
at his
don't know.
wine. If it's just straight up ale, you don't drink ale for the taste. You know, not
I
always
don't-
anyway. Yeah,
I
it
don't
depends
know.
on the
I
ale.
don't know what ale tastes like.
It's like most of like shady taverns are like grog. You know, it's like not
It's-
nice stuff.
It's fine. Yeah, I'm going to head upstairs to make sure people don't. Yeah. Maybe take Arabelle up as well, just to keep her out of prying eyes.
Well, if we have
Has
maybe.
Arabelle finished her food?
Yeah,
Give me a second.
she's even put her cutlery in a nice tidy manner on a plate and put it to one side.
Oh, she's the best.
I think we should probably separate into 2 rooms for the questions. Rayla, would you like to child sit?
Don't sit on the child.
Of
That's not
course.
a good idea.
I would
Arabelle,
like
come with
to.
me.
Room, would
Okay.
you like me in?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. But
Sterling, don't you have a very useful information gathering device? Or is that
Mm.
Auric?
Auric does.
The highly illegal method of obtaining information.
It's fine, he's drunk, he doesn't
Well,
know.
legal is frowned upon.
Very much
Totally
frowned in legal capacity. Yeah.
It's only illegal if they know it's happening.
Exactly,
True.
just like any
And
crime.
magic's not prominent at all in Barovia, so people wouldn't be able to know you're even doing it, kind of thing.
Auric's just very convincing, that's why they're telling him the truth.
as his
well,
ways.
but
Well,
who's-
I would like to question Bluto. Would someone like to fetch Sophia?
I mean, she'll be upstairs. So,
Oh wait, did you
I'm
go
back,
upstairs?
Son.
yeah.
I thought you ran out the room.
Well, yeah, but
Upstairs.
upstairs.
Yeah, I thought you before you ran out the building. Right. Well, yeah, I'm going to question Bluto. If anyone wants to come with me, feel free. If not,
He
do
knows
as you
there
wish.
Will. Yeah, so I'll go with Auric.
go with
Maybe.
regular.
Rayla.
maybe.
Oh, you're going with Rayla. Okay, I'll go with Auric then. I'm not
I would,
good with children.
unless it's well.
So am
Never
I right
watched one.
in thinking the interrogation group currently is Yegov, Auric, and Sterling?
The big boys.
And the other one is Flynn and Rayla. Maybe Sophia.
Baby
And
sister brigade.
interrogate Arabelle.
Okay.
Also, big boys. Flynn's taller than Auric.
Yeah, Auric's not overly tall.
Anyway, continue, please.
Bluto will take a bite of some leftover bread on the table and look to Sterling and says, "Now you wine and dine me. Are you taking me to bed?" Gives him a cheeky wink.
Something like that.
Ooh. Today is Bluto's lucky day.
Sure.
Come here, big boy.
See about that.
He starts like crawling up the stairs.
If Flynn does, laugh.
Sterling's not usually great at showing emotions, but you can visibly see he's disgusted.
It's alright, lads. In about 20
The
seconds,
urge to divine smite is rising.
He's about to have a hell of a hangover in a second.
I can searing smite him. After
Yeah,
all,
he starts crawling up the stairs, turning around and like beckoning you to come. Like slaps his bottom a couple of times in a not so erotic way, trying to entice you to come upstairs with him. Because you are now his wine daddy.
Auric, I was the
Please
one that
get
got him
this.
water.
I figured out how he got his wine before. It all makes sense now. Oh dear. Oh, it's got some low standards.
Far, do you reckon I can kick him up the stairs?
Tell him Pluto.
Can make an unarmed attack against it if you want.
Sterling, please. Just
No.
Wait until
I'm not actually. Pardon, Adam?
wait until we're in the room before we start interacting.
Oh, I would want to smash his face in. I say quietly.
Give us a moment. I'm going to cause him more emotional pain than he could ever feel his entire life in the span of 5 seconds.
I don't know if Flynn heard that, but I heard that. That's terrifying.
Well, it's not really emotional pain. It's a pain in the brain.
He was already drowning earlier on land.
He's about to drown in reality in a
Who
second.
knows how that happened?
Are you gonna waterboard this guy? Oh.
No.
Oh, yeah, Debbie, can we waterboard our interrogation subject?
No.
What about? Well, I was talking about Sophia. But
Just let me know when we get in the room.
So you guys go up the stairs. There's a bit of a queue behind Bluto as he's like taking his sweet time to get up there, making wolf whistle noises like through very wet lips. So it's like comes out more like raspberries than wolf whistles. It's a bit of a weird situation to going on. Danica's giving you like stern looks, like trying to figure out what the fuck are you doing with the town drunk, essentially.
she doesn't want to know.
We'll explain in a moment, Danica. Don't worry.
You guys are now in retrospective rooms. Now, which room are you using for interrogating Bluto?
Probably would.
The closest room to the top of the stairs that we've got access to.
Just so this is over quickly, yeah, the closest room.
Whose room is that one?
We never really established the order at a level with you.
Auric was the first one up. Or sort of, it'll be Auric's room. Auric and Flint's.
Auric and Flint's room, yeah? Okay.
Sure, Ben figured it out.
I'm guessing,
Sure.
Are you taking Arabelle to Sophia's room, or are you taking it to the other room?
I'm following Rayla. So.
Yeah, I'm going to my room, which is also Sophia's
Sophia.
room.
Yeah.
Is Sophia in that room when we enter?
Is she, Joe?
Sophia is in that room. Yes.
Flynn will put his backpack in his room and then head into the room with Sophia.
Which room are we doing first?
Up to you guys. Which room would you guys prefer to do first?
I mean, I've already got one action I would like to do.
An armed strike.
Oh, no, it's far worse than that for him.
Okay.
You see, because I want to ask if I can do something which I'm hoping you'll permit. Which is using my lay on hands to cure his drunkenness, because alcohol is a poison.
You can.
So he's going to have the hell of a hangover. So can I use 5 points of lay on hands to cure his drunkenness?
Certainly can, yeah.
Right, I'm using 5 points of that.
Oh,
and we
my
have
head.
a sober.
Oh, my head is so achy.
And now I unarmed strike him. I'm channeling the Rayla slap.
Okay. Make an unarmed strike against him.
Danica's just going to hear from upstairs.
By holding him a bit
he's
stiller.
like grunts.
Oh no, yeah.
Upstairs. Oh, oh no. That's all she's going to hear.
Actions. This is all like non-lethal, by the way.
Okay. Glad you stated. You hit. He's knocked out. He bounces on the bed, so Danica.
I'm going to limit that damage. I'm going to limit that damage to 1.
Can you do that?
As a non-lethal strike, I believe you can limit the damage. I might be wrong. No, that might have been like a 4E thing.
I think it's non-lethal 5E.
It says if it's an unarmed strike, it's just 1 plus your strength modifier. Which I don't know if that's lower than.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah.
So I don't know what your strength is.
5th. There we go.
+3.
Oh.
Big boy.
An attacker reduces a creature to 0 hit points with a melee attack. May choose to knock him out instead of kill him. There we go. So he just drops to 0. He is knocked out.
I was just gonna slap him.
He's got 4 points of damage. So it's a bit. You've got meat claws on you. And you're wearing full plate as well, probably. She just
I'll
like
start.
Rayla's spidey senses are tingling, and she's very
give it-
happy.
Can I give him like Can I
So-
give him like a couple of like gentle gentle like, slaps on the cheek just to to try wake him up
Ooh.
again?
I'll just
The
go
Yeah,
guy's
with
I
that.
got like
twice
pour a
already.
little bit of the water over his face.
But before that happens, we'll pan the camera to both the other room. You just hear like a loud thump and some bouncing, squeaking noises of a bed. And Danica's just looking up, polishing a glass, looking very perplexed. Trying to keep herself busy, not letting her imagination run wild.
I don't think I want to know what's happening in there, Ayla.
I really hope that was Bluto that got slapped.
Doesn't sound the sound associated with what you heard though is not quite the sound of someone
It
being
would-
slapped.
I
would
thought
be
it
someone
sounded
being-
like someone being hit.
Because he
There's
hit
a
him
sound
so
like
hard, he didn't even get a chance to like yell out in pain. He just went just ragdoll onto the bed.
There was a sound of a thunder strike. And
Now,
Exactly.
Max, I have a
Maybe that's Bluto and
Thunderstrike, you
Sterling
say?
enjoying the bed then.
I have a very
Thunderstrike.
unfortunate question, Max. Was
Yeah.
that Flint's or Oryx's bet that he went on?
Oh, roll
'Cause I
off.
can-
We'll see. Roll off.
Okay, so if it's
Who's the
I'll do
unfortunate fellow? Do a
I can do a
d20
coin
luck.
flip if you
You
want.
can do a roll off. Fuck it.
Roll off.
All right, just a
Wait,
flat d20, yeah.
Whose bed is closest to the door?
Well,
Oh,
it might-
It'll be
we're gonna let Lokin decide it. The hand of fate is at play.
Alright, ready, Nathan? Oh, you already done it. Shit.
No.
Lands on Flint's bed.
God damn it.
And he loses
turn to
all
Oryx.
bodily control due to being passing out.
we'll have to clean that.
Oh,
You know, if I wasn't gonna kill him before, I'm really killing Egg off now.
Just whipping out that ornamental dagger you have out. It's like, all the
I mean,
urge is there.
it's because I said I left my backpack in the room as well.
Yeah.
It'll be at the end of the bed,
Alright, let's
Ah.
clean this
That's
when we're done.
untouched.
Can't say I blame you, but I do need him awake to question him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
It's just highly inconveniences for it.
It's so much easier back home.
I'm gonna be, I wasn't expecting to knock him out. It was a slap, not a punch. I mean,
Have you seen him? This guy's pathetic.
He
He's
drowned
got-
on land, man.
By the way, Adam, he has peasant stats, and peasants have 4 HP.
wow.
Oh god, if he had 2 HP, you would have flat out killed him.
Yeah, some do have that, but because he's on the larger side, he has a bit more HP than average.
Got a level with the Auric. There's a little bit thicker therapeutic, you know. You should
Oh,
try
yeah.
it.
You wouldn't have killed him because you did state it was
I'm just
Yeah.
non-lethal, so-
Yeah, exactly.
My therapy is more verbal.
Ah, yes, emotional damage, the kind of scarring that never goes away. Big fan. The Inquisitors like that one. Should we get him up?
Well, I can't wake him up. Do you
You got a water
guys-
skin?
Do I have a water skin? Hold on.
My poor bed.
I do.
Mine's full of wine.
Start pouring wine all
Okay,
over him.
I've got the last wine in the
I'm pretty
whole
sure
of
I've got a
Vallaki.
water skin.
You do actually, yeah. I just realised you have something very rare.
I
And
also
if
do have
either of
one.
you tell Sophia or Rayla, some secrets are more important than others.
To be fair, there's only one character in this campaign that's passed. Actually, maybe two, but definitely one character that's passed out from drinking too much, which was neither of those two.
It was Flint.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway,
And
yeah, like if
Eric's
anyone's got water skin, just like pour it up his nose. Arouses people quite rather rapidly, actually.
Forgive me, Flint. I'll take out the water skin and douse a bit onto his face.
Oh, his face, yeah. Okay. He splutters. Thinks he's drowning again, but he does awake.
Bluto,
After you.
What happened? Oh, my face!
Bluto, sit up.
Ow! He spits out a tooth.
That's a personal best for a slap.
I've only got 2 left now. What happened?
Canoric very sternly, intimidatingly, you could say, sit up.
You can do an intimidation check, yeah.
Can I help by just like towering over
Yeah,
him.
but you can use your presence. Well, you're not intimidating. He's love struck by you, if anything. You'll think it's you'll think it's kinky what you're doing.
I bet this is going to be a low roll. Okay, it's not.
He's afraid.
He wets himself again.
He would if he had any left in him.
Oh no.
Well, he just drank some water though, so.
I think he drank it.
And he wet himself at the lake as well. Remember?
This man's a fucking state.
Or it kind of pinches his forehead and the frustrated thing. Just
yeah.
Bluto.
Draw my
This. Let's try a different approach. Bluto.
Okay.
Look at me. Right.
Yeah.
This
what
could
do
be
you want?
yours. I'll do a minor illusion. This could be yours. I'll make a barrel of fish appear next to me, and I'll press it to dictation at the same time to make the smell of fish. Fresh fish hit his.
You
his
really
head.
are.
I can sell that and buy so much wine.
This could also be yours, and I'll use another minor illusion and press it to dictation, and make a big tankard of ale.
He
appear in
lashes.
my hand.
He lashes out and tries to like grab it.
He goes straight through it. It's an illusion.
No! Like he's on the floor, sputtering and sobbing.
You are pathetic.
Not yet.
Right. Answer our questions, and I can give those to you.
What do you want to know?
I'd like you to tell me of your first interaction with Mr. Vasily.
He came to town a couple of days ago, and he said he wanted to give me a good luck charm, and it would help me catch the fishies.
I'm just checking my notes real quick.
Do you know Mr. Vasily too?
Yes, we know of him. Alright, there's nothing in my notes. Okay. Okay, so what did he say when he gave you this this amulet? Did he
said he would give me good luck?
nothing else?
No.
Okay. And how did you come about of being in possession of the young lady that you tried to dispose of in the lake?
Well, you see, I was thinking, the voices in my head made it out to be a really good idea that the lake needed a sacrifice. And that's why I wasn't catching any fishes.
Sacrifice for what?
I don't know. It sounded like a good idea at the time.
Okay. Oh, hello. Did my mic
Hello?
cut out?
I
think my
if
mic
you
was
were
hello.
speaking, I didn't hear you.
God damn it. What do you know of the bones of Saint Andrew?
Bones? What do you mean bone?
Can I do an insight check on that?
You certainly can.
What do you mean, though? Boy, tell me. I swear to God.
Swear to
I'm,
me.
I'm just listening into the
He
conversation.
is very obviously lying.
I'm just like over by the window, like leaning on it in that, noir cop routine thing.
Would I like would I passively pick that up, like that he's lying?
Unless you were looking to interrogate him as well, I would need to do an insight check as well.
I mean, I'm there listening into the conversation.
Yeah,
trying
you
to
can do an
figure out-
insight check as well.
Okay.
In that case, I'll join in because I am technically here to interrogate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like. You said
Honestly.
insight, yes?
Insight, yes.
Oh, I got a +1 to that.
Whoa.
26.
26. And is that a nat 20? Oh my
Oh.
word. Nat 20.
Right. Adam, Adam, run that taxi away from meeting Yachtman.
Oh.
Whoa.
About
You know
tea time.
he's straight up lying. He knows where the
I just
bones
turn
are.
around and
He's
holler.
sweating, his eyes are darting left and right, he starts scratching his
I
left
just turn
arm in a
around and
nervous manner.
bellow at him. Lies!
We pan
And
the
I
camera
throw,
away
like,
from the room again.
object.
The room next to you hears this through the door, and Danica's looking up, very perplexed.
It's good Danica's such an understanding woman.
Yes.
You pay good coin, so what you do up in that room, as long as it's legal, she's not going to question you, you know?
Funny you mention that.
Quick, let's do
Alright.
some legal stuff.
Oric will roll his sleeves up. He'll get fairly close to him, kind of like bend over, getting kind of fairly close to his face, and he'll say, you value your life, yes. You want to become a successful fisher, drink ale, bed
Mhm.
women, or
Oh, yeah.
robots.
Yeah. He's like emphatically nodding.
So, if we were to do to you what you tried to do to that young girl, tell me about the bones.
Please don't hurt me. He's like crawling on the floor on his knees towards you. He's like trying to hug your leg, and he's like covered in a mess, to say the least. You kick him
Stern as
away,
and
or
intimidating as a robot can be. Yeah. Where are the bones? And I'll
he
like
gives you
knock him.
he gives you a cheeky wink.
And I'll like knock him to the floor.
Oh, an arm strike, please.
Yeah, obviously not non-lethal.
Yeah, I know.
Don't knock him out again.
Do I get advantage considering he's on the floor prone?
You do.
Are you gonna kill him? Oh no.
2 1s, let's go.
2d20.
Hey, this guy, he's somehow
K,
drowned on
8,
land. He's been
1.
punched in the face. Maybe twice now. Once so far.
Just you wait. This gets better. You
Okay,
hit.
19.
Oh, gonna knock him out.
No, Sterling doesn't have the same strength mod as I do, I don't think.
Yeah, it's 2 damage. But
2 damage.
yeah,
God,
non-lethal.
this damage chart's going out of control today, guys.
He's curled up in a ball, sobbing on the floor.
He's
You
not
beat
into
this
that,
man.
apparently. He's not into that. Sterling,
Look, Pluto, I'm not going to hurt you, but I suggest you tell us where the bones are. And I'll make our suggestion.
Okay. I didn't know what. I just got some bones. He just told me to dig them up.
I mean, did you want me to?
Who told you?
Henrik did.
Who?
Maybe.
Who?
No, that was me. I couldn't hear.
Henrik van der Voort.
Okay.
Van der what, sir?
Voort. I'll type it for you. Wood.
Did I? Nope, definitely didn't spell that right. Nope.
Henrik van der.
Max, I was gonna cast suggestion there, but if he just straight up told us, should I still mark the spell off or no?
Well, suggestions are cantrip anyway, right?
No, a suggestion's a second level spell.
Well, he just straight up told you, so it's up to you if you want to, if you think he's still holding some information on.
Well, he's oh. I'll see what I can.
I'll stop him as like he starts doing like the component suspenders. Wait until he starts lying again.
Where is this Henrik?
He's near the stockyards. He runs the coffee shop.
Guy. Oh, that motherfucker.
Why is everyone in this town an asshole?
Henrik is Strahd. Everyone is Strahd. This is Strahd just mind fucking everyone. Even Flint Strahd.
Fear is Strahd.
And what did you do with the bones once you dug them up?
He told me I would put them in a safe location. He would collect them, and then I would receive
They
payment
were already
a couple of days
underground,
later.
you fucking oaf.
Oh, he wanted me to drop it off in like this alley. That was like
Whereabouts?
a couple of days
Alley?
ago now.
Unreal.
Which
Well,
alley?
we can
Whereabouts in town
safely
was this?
I
Oh,
turn
near
to
the stockyards.
Yegov and say, well, we can probably assume that they've already been collected by now.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we are
We-
next to Mark to interrogate. Do you reckon we can get any more out of this guy?
Anything else you'd like to tell us, Pluto? I really suggest you do. I'm
Oh
not
wait,
casting suggestion.
I need to errata something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
When you guys woke him up with water, he should be on 1 HP. So that 2 damage should have knocked him out again.
We could have roused him again, same way.
No, the problem is, Sterling has a certain item on him that does stuff when he defeats someone.
God.
Isn't it only-
I don't
isn't
believe
that
he's
only when
attuned to
I
it.
kill something, I didn't
It's
kill
defeat is the wording I said.
What's
So if you
this?
I've got it down as
It's
killing
nice.
blow.
Ah, right, it should be defeat. So that means if you kill or knock someone unconscious with it.
Oh, okay, fine.
Do you remember the Mace of Orcus, Ben?
Oh, is that where he goes into a frenzy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Does he need to attune to that?
I think. Are you already attuned to it, Sam, or have you not attuned to it yet?
So I believe I did already attune to it.
You did?
Yeah.
I
Okay,
need you to do a melee weapon attack against. I will let you choose who in the room.
Is he compelled to?
You have to do a DC saving throw, right?
Well, he
Yeah,
hasn't done that yet, so let's
uh,
start there.
Yeah, start there first. I'm trying to find my old notes somewhere I've written it down. Didn't expect it to come up, to be honest, this session.
It's a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw I've
Go
got
for it.
down here.
The urge to kill is rising.
come on, Sam, you can resist it.
We're good at those wisdom saving throws, right?
+7. Is there anything you're good for?
Man, I fucking love Sterling as a character.
He's brilliant, isn't he?
I love it.
Oh my god.
So, who do you want to whack? I'll let you choose, Sam.
You
This is
probably
your
have
first time.
advantage. I'm not looking. I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
You hit me.
I'm more likely to endure with my AC, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, if I get to choose, if I'm being sane and I got to choose, then I would obviously choose like.
What if it's a frenzy? Are you saying? You could do a roll for it.
It's the
That's
nearest
what
target.
I'm saying.
It's
Like,
nearest
I would,
target. So the interest in what you can do is you could do a roll off, and that also includes Bluto.
If he just kicked Bluto away.
Oh,
Interesting.
Right.
interesting. You guys can also roll. So I need Yegov and Oryx to also roll as well, just in case there's more ones.
Can I give myself disadvantage?
If you want.
Volunteer sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean, sure, why not?
Could I just volunteer?
I volunteer as tribute.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh,
There it
We have
is.
to go by fate now. What was the number? Sorry, I'm not on my screen quite yet.
1 and 3.
At disadvantage, you rolled a natural one.
And
Come
the
on.
first one was 1 as well, so.
Power
What a
of the stuff.
shit round.
How am I
this
going to do
was.
this? This is going to make it so fun tricky.
Just roll off again, I guess.
Yeah, roll off again. Can someone roll on
Rock,
behalf?
paper,
I'm literally
scissors.
grabbing some water at the moment in the other room.
Except I am out of the running, so I rolled a 6.
So,
rock, paper,
Debbie
scissors
and
to see
Joel,
who I
what's going to happen
smack.
in our questioning?
God damn it.
Not this.
That's
Auric is a professional.
Yeah.
God.
These amateurs here.
So who has the lowest? Like I said, I'm literally grabbing some
You
water.
and me.
Both of you rolled natural ones.
Oh no, I need roll off again. If someone can roll on my behalf and let me know what the roll is, please.
Alright, Adam, do you want to roll for Max?
Yeah, sure.
1d20. Of course you would.
Not good. Natural 20, Adam.
Come on, Yachtman. Fit him
Son of a bitch, man.
So who's getting whacked?
Pluto.
Pluto. Oh.
Yep.
Hang on, we have one last saving grace. Sam has to roll to hit.
Sam has to roll to hit. Sam, make a melee weapon attack with the mace, which I believe is a +2 mace.
It's not with the mace. It's not with the. My mace is probably like in my bag or like attached to.
Does he have to be holding the mace for this whole thing to work anyway?
No, it just has to be on him and he's attuned
It
to him.
has to be on me, but I'm.
Yeah, since you don't have a weapon out, you can punch him with lethal force this time. See if you cave his skull in.
God, so there's water, probably wine. Who else? God knows what else on Flint's bed. Now it's going to be the brains of this guy.
I did not expect the case where you guys have to try and figure out how to hide a murder in one of your rooms this session.
Hey. Ben, you know you said earlier that you want to get through things quick.
Oh my gosh!
Wait, what's this?
He rolled an 8.
He rolled an 8 to hit total?
Yes.
Yeah.
An 8 to hit total, and that was with advantage because he's still prone.
Oh my god, you miss.
Oh my goodness.
Sam, if there's ever a time it was great for you to roll low, this is one of those.
You can feel yourself raising your foot in pure fury as your eyes glaze over. And you bring it down, but some sort of some willpower still in you. You manage to pull your foot and you just bring out massive force right next to his head, just barely missing him.
Roll for intimidation.
I was about to say, I screamed the line, now. Wait, hold on. Now, aren't you scared of me?
The thing is, you can't even do normal speech when you're in Berserk Rage. You just start screaming at top of your lungs. Imagine a robot going haywire. That's the kind of thing.
That works too. Intimidation.
Yeah. I am just imagining effectively a tea party in the other room as this is going on.
What's the rest of the wording? Do you have to keep rolling each time, or do you just snap out of it after you do it once?
I've got it down. Start of Orkmay. Start of combat. Oh wait, what? It says start of combat. Make DC 14 Wisdom saving on a fail.
Okay, we can skip that one. That was just something at the start of combat. That's similar to Chad.
Hold on one sec. So what I've got down here is it. At the start of combat, I make the DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
And I make a save at the end of each turn.
Okay.
And also a killing blow also makes me rage.
Okay, so it's just a one-time thing. So yeah, you're fine.
No, I think once I'm raging, it's every turn, but I think it is just a killing blow rather than a.
Oh no, I was meant to write defeated. That's one thing I do remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So, in that case,
Make a save.
You can make a save again, and I'm gonna give the opportunity. You guys see Sterling acting incredibly aggressive out of nowhere. I'll let Yegov and Auric realize what's going on as well. Try and help.
That's my intimidation roll, by the way.
Finally.
Oh, you are terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your eyes are just lit red instead of the normal.
And this is my wisdom
Auric, do you remember
save.
that mace he has?
This
No.
is my wisdom. This is my wisdom
mace
save.
of makes him go mental.
Fuck, another 12.
12.
I'm gonna
He's
try and
still
restrain him.
rampaging. You guys are gonna have to try and hit him.
Yeah.
Who's
Otherwise
holding
we're
the mace?
Otherwise, we're gonna have to start rolling initiative.
Same way that I was with that
I was gonna
fucking
say,
sword.
I was gonna say, do you guys want to roll initiative?
So do that PBK we're talking about. The cleric is raging and
I
trying to
wasn't
keep.
expecting the freaking Autobot here to be the one to do it. Can I try and restrain him?
Sometimes a +2 mace isn't
I do feel bad for the guys who wanted to intimidate Aravel because I did not pan this out to happen.
Yes, can I try and restrain this guy?
You can do a grapple check on him.
Yes.
The problem is he's strong as shit as well, so it's gonna be it's athletics versus. I'm guessing you'll be resisting in this rage form.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you can use acrobatics or athletics. I imagine it's just pure athletics, right? You're not going to try and wriggle out the way. You're going to try and just brute force your way out of it in anger.
Yeah.
Alright, come on,
Dial
low roll, Sam.
150.
There we
Fabled
go.
low rolls.
8.
There he
You,
is.
you grapple him and he's like wriggling and screaming at the top of his lungs. At that point, we'll pan over to the other room. You're hearing this commotion come out of the room. What do you guys
Hi.
do?
I don't
Sophia
understand
stops
right.
crying,
What?
sort of gets out from under the covers, looks towards the room that she's hearing these noises from, and then just sort of lies back down in bed, puts the covers over her head.
Flynn and
She's
Raven are in the
distraught,
room as well at the moment.
life shattered.
I don't.
Well,
I don't know if that's a good
I
noise or
wanted to
bad
ask
noise.
Rayla if she was alright. Not Rayla, that's me. I'm so sweet. I wanted to ask Sophia if she was alright, but obviously that's when it pans back to us.
Yep.
She seemed sad when she walked out. Rayla's not happy about that.
No.
Flynn enjoys it immensely. Fine. So we're going back to the murder room? Or...
We can if you guys don't want to do anything in the meantime. You guys just want to. Well.
Oh,
No, I was waiting
I
for the
don't
murder room to be
mind.
over, but
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
up to you.
we're waiting for the murder room over there.
Don't want to
I
interrupt the
feel
flow
it
too much.
doesn't turn out to be
I
a murder
imagine
room.
we're having a conversation as this is going with Arabella and whatnot, but every now and then we just hear
Me
God
slamming
knows
Sterling's
what.
head, trying to
Yeah,
reset him
who
somehow.
knows what's going on in the other room.
Oh, look,
Anyway.
something.
Oh, yeah, are we already back in this room?
Yeah, we're back
Apparently,
in this
yeah.
room. He's
Yeah, I
currently
think it's
grappled.
better, especially because we'll probably be wrapping up soon. That we should
Yeah.
just do our room next time, and
Makes sense, yeah.
this seems to be a whole
Yeah,
shebang
this
now.
is gonna be this is gonna be really hard to find a good point to end. But yeah, what do you guys want to do? Diego is
fully
wrestling Sterling. He's like got his both arms like behind his back, pins to a degree, but he's still wrestling and trying to fight back.
I guess Auric take his turn like it's like as if it's initiative.
Yeah, or it could do something. Otherwise, we'll let Sterling do another check.
Yeah, go over. Sterling, calm down. I'll cast suggestion and tell him to calm down.
Okay.
What do I
Wisdom
need to do?
save.
Watch him
What?
high roll
Like
this
cleric.
one.
Yeah, get a nat
What did
20
you say
to
this
save.
one?
Watch him nat 20 it.
14.
He fails.
Oh,
It's a 16.
everything all around you just goes calm. Everything's nice and chill. You hear the crows nearby.
I slam his head into the wall.
Try to reach that.
What is wrong with you? Bluto, sit the fuck back down. What is wrong
No,
with you two? I'm doing a job here, okay?
Alright,
Jesus.
that mace. When he,
Oh.
I think it's when he has a scrap with someone, it sends him into a fucking frenzy. In case
Yeah.
you've forgotten.
I didn't know we had a mace. Can we get back to the task at hand?
He's
If
just there sobbing and crying on the floor.
If Sterling
How
just
does this
doesn't,
work? Am I now just like no longer raging or?
Oh, I really apologize. I have to intervene. For Hannah has redeemed one of our new channel points things. She has
Oh.
requested a pun.
Oh.
A pun.
Why
Oh,
do
goodness.
sneaky rogues prefer leather armor?
oh
Why?
fuck you.
Oh,
I know this one. I got this. I got this one. I got this one.
It's made of hide.
Boo.
Oh, I thought my answer was better than that. I was going to say because they're cowards. See, mine's way better than that.
Or I'm disconnecting Joel.
There we go, complete. Thanks, Anna. Thank you for letting me test that. She's been sat there for the entire stream building up the points just to make me do a pun.
I've redeemed 2 emotes, but it's been the same one each time.
Oh, really? So unfortunate.
It's just the angry punch.
I can't wait to do that as oh fucking hell.
I was sitting,
That's what
I
we
was
fucked into the
sitting and
pun.
trying to make my own freaking pun out of the situation, and then you just like, God, imagine if we had to make up a situational pun for that. Bloody hell.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a good one. Shit. Hold on, I'll just go random puns. There we are. I won't make it fantasy-based puns, right? I can just hear Hannah giggling in the room. The anarchist is already out.
Oh no.
Anyway, where were we?
Anyway, carry on. I'll find a pun real quick.
I mean, am I still like do I still need to make saves until I get? I know I've been suggested, but then like once suggestion ends, am I?
It's
still
like
need to
8 hours, so you'll be off.
Oh, okay, fine.
Hopefully you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I want a refund.
Oh, no, I don't. Right. You should
Alright,
wear glasses while doing math. It improves division.
I've got
Where's
the
my
same
natural?
remote for a third time. Come on.
There's my natural one. Oh, boo.
Right, where were we? Tangents.
I just slammed Sterling's head into the wall
Yep.
after he'd been calmed down.
It's
Would
not
like
like
to
an attack
try
roll.
and
You're just pinned against the wall.
I would like to try and resist that.
Okay, you can try and resist. There'll be contested athletics.
Yeah. Okay.
What's Adam like that 20 him to the wall? You are pinned against the wall, police style.
Oh, no. That was what I was doing. I was actually literally
Oh.
slamming against this, try and forcefully reset him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you bang him. It's not enough to cause him damage, but you do visibly bang him against a wall.
Sterling starts speaking Spanish.
Not Buzz Lightyear.
Thank you for getting that.
That's exactly what I imagined.
appreciate that. Thank you. Oh,
What was that? Uno fromage s'il vous plaît or something you guys were saying today.
Oh,
¿Dónde
something
estás,
from our.
Rebecca?
Oh, omelette du fromage.
That's
There we go,
French.
that one.
That's French, damn
It
it.
No,
is.
it's not French.
I mean,
It
it's.
is.
It's not because it's omelette au fromage, not du. That's not
I'm going to
French.
disconnect you in a second.
Anyway,
It's
tangent.
Next slab.
Right, Sterling's pinned against the wall, his head's thoroughly banged against it. The room next door to you hear a
Spanish.
loud thud, and dust shakes from the ceiling beams as the room settles.
It's a good thing that we're the only people in the place.
Yeah.
Oh, ridiculous. You know what? You two can deal with this. I'm leaving. I'm gonna leave the room. Go downstairs.
I grab Auric.
Yes, Auric. I applaud you.
See, what Auric is going to do is he's going to find Pluto's battered corpse on his bed instead. Just in pieces by the end of this.
Oh, wait, did you say you grab Auric?
Yeah, I'm going to try and grab Auric. Do I have to make an athletics check for him?
Who are you trying to grab?
Auric.
Yeah, if you let go of Sterling, you can try and do an athletics to grab
Actually,
him.
no, I'm not going to try and grab him. You carry on. I've got Sterling under control here.
I think we've got everything we need. I need a drink after this.
I've
do you
got
want
bad news
something?
for you, Auric.
Auric, do you want wine or
There's
do you
no
want
wine.
water?
You're the only one that has wine in town.
I can make my own wine.
Do you want actual wine?
No, I don't like the headaches.
What do you want to do with Pluto? Also need to clean up his bed.
You just realised Flint's bed situation.
Preston did you fuck it or something, I don't know.
I leave.
I like
Two hands in
drag
the air, it's
Pluto.
like, I'm out.
Literally. Auric is done for the day. He's ending his shift.
I'm gonna grab Pluto by his collar
Yep.
and drag him out.
I dust myself off and
You're a bit
well,
perplexed as to what happened.
yeah.
With Pluto, do you take him downstairs and you boot him out of the tavern, or what are you doing?
I take him just downstairs.
Danica
Alright, what do
pipes
you
up and saying, I'm not one to question what you gents do up there in those rooms.
Yes.
Do you ask if you keep it down, especially if you're gonna party in that manner?
Sorry, we're just asking him a few questions about why he tried to drown a small child in a lake, but it's all fine. We've sorted it out.
Oh, you were asking questions. It sounded like you were partaking in relations, so to speak.
Oh, no, please.
I'm not one to judge if you gents are into that sort of stuff. We just
Madam,
asked
I'm
you to keep
married.
the volume down.
Anyway, I'm married. He's a robot, and I don't know what Auric actually is.
Done.
Anyway,
Done.
thank you for letting us use your facilities. Where do you put your rubbish?
Oh, out the back. Why do you ask?
I've got a handful here, and I can like hoist. Please.
Yeah. We'll see the camera pan you at the back door and just throw him into the back entrance near the stables.
Cat street.
And
Sorry
I
for the
think,
horses.
is that a good spot to end this week's session?
I'll have to if you want.
If anyone
would
else
just
wants
like-
to do anything before?
Oh, I was just thinking though that gay people are actually quite liked by the burgomaster because they're gay, happy. That'd be wonderful, honestly. That'd work very
Before
well.
we end the session, I would like to
Thank you. Ben.
pray to God and figure out what the fuck just happened to me.
You got flirted with by a very drunk man.
They never say the S word, those gay people. They never say the S word.
No.
What?
Shrimp.
Shrimp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbara and Forrest can't be very
Yeah.
happy.
Don't say that word. I'll get into trouble for my first day's affiliate.
I'm just
What,
talking
shrimp?
about fish.
Yeah,
No, I'm
shrimp.
talking about Strahd here. I don't know where everyone else
Oh, we're talking about shrimp. Ah.
Strahd is a
Let's see.
Jeez.
Strahd is a
I just
simp.
looked at the chat.
Alright, in that case, we'll finish up for this week. I hope you had fun. Yeah, that thing.
You fools! I did the most damage this session.
Oh man. Yeah, that was not how I expected the session to pan out. I thought we were gonna reach different bits. I think I gave somewhat of a little, not spoiler, a little teaser of what I had prepped. I think that's how far I thought you guys would go ahead, but it's all cool.
You've actually been playing with us
No.
for months.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I should know better by now.
Yeah,
The fact you spent like half an hour just trying to figure out who was going on what boat is like, oh my god.
LB,
not
I think the
fun.
term lightly is we're methodical.
To be fair, if
Yes.
you all went on the same boat, you were gonna sink. So we're smart.
I do appreciate the inspiration.
Well, to be fair, it's like you're gonna be you as a player, you're not gonna be doing much, but it's what your character would do. So it's only fair I reward you for doing the in a way correct decision for your character.
I appreciate
So
it.
yeah, of course I'm gonna give you inspiration for that. But you're right, I do need some sort of animation for inspiration, or like I need like holy rays coming from the sky or something to indicate inspiration. Yeah.
It seems that I have a massive fan in the audience as well that wants to kill me.
James wants he's dead, man.
Don't worry, James. I'll have
Can
your
I
dream
jump on
come
that
true soon.
bandwagon? Wait,
Saying that though, like James in Monday session, just so I could sneak into an area because my character's not very stealthy, I asked him to punch me just to trigger fade away as a gnome. Just to get that 6 seconds of visibility to cast a fireball, man. It's fucking insane, but it worked. So
That's hilarious.
worth, I
That's funny.
suppose. God, that session on Monday was so good though. There were so many nat ones. It was glorious. Someone had advantage
There
roll
was
double nat
quite
ones.
a few this session as well.
I'm
Yeah,
going to kill
One?
Bluto.
yeah. On advantage, I saw double nat ones. And an
He was
attack roll.
knocked out 3 times today, Ben. It's
Hey Max, would you roll being able to convince someone to kill themselves?
That's pretty dark, but what do you mean?
Bluto, I
elaborate.
want him to die.
Okay. If it makes you feel better, he'll probably die of alcohol poisoning soon. Or failed
Yeah.
liver or
I
kidney.
mean, yeah, his insides aren't going to last him very long.
No.
Really,
He's
got
not a healthy man, both
a
in
year
mind and
left.
in body.
at least. Which is why we need to help him and wean him off the alcohol by using fake alcohol.
Kill him.
But I think he craves the actual alcohol hit from it rather than the taste, though, from what I understand in the book.
We'll force him otherwise.
We're going to make a clergyman out of them.
Yeah,
Yes.
put him in a cage. to be
Become
honest.
the new vicar. Valution does need a new protege. You
He
can have
does.
Bluto become it.
Who has a better story than Bluto the Drunk?
Oh, stop.
The redemption arc.
Yeah.
Stop that right now.
Becomes a priest of the morning level.
Yes.
God damn it.
See, we're all laughing now, but we're fighting Strahd at the end of the campaign. We're losing. We're getting battered, and over the horizon.
You see a man with a
Pluto.
fishing pole in monk robes,
It's
wine in
Pluto.
hand.
So far, the kill list is Strahd, the Watcher kids, or whatever they were, the brothers or whatever, and now Bluto.
Pluto's made the kill list. Holy
Man, you
shit!
need a bigger list than that. Jeez, so much.
Oric's quite a chill guy, but fuck me, man.
It's a piece of work, right?
I mean, I'm already trying to work with an assassin to kill the people on my list.
Don't worry. When Flint discovers his bed, I think he'll be on Flint's kill list as well.
She will help you kill many people, but not
Yes.
everyone on your list. Okay.
Why not everyone?
Not everyone. You got her bestie on your list. That's not happening.
Flint's not on his own list. What are you talking about?
Alright then, I'm gonna close off the stream and all that stuff, guys. I'm deafing myself on Discord.
Okay.
I hope you had a good
Alright.
time, and
Doodles.
we'll
Good.
do it again next week, yeah?
Yep.
Well,
Well,
Did you
Stone Cold
upload?
Thing, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Did
DD
you
again
upload
next
last
week and all that
episode
stuff.
of Storm Kings?
Like and subscribe, guys.
Click
Max.
the
Sorry,
bell
Max.
and stuff, I don't know.
Max,
Yes,
did you upload the last episode of Storm Kings?
Yes,
it
it
went
got
up
uploaded
just
today.
before, because
Yeah,
I did all the work for it, and I literally just kept it private like an idiot. So that's there today.
Adam, you're not
Awesome.
subscribed to Infinite Consortium on YouTube. That's your
I
problem.
am. So fuck you.
Are you?
Well, you would know. You click the bell, it will come through to your email.
Exactly.
does?
If you click the bell, you would get an email notification.
I'm
or
not
something.
doing that. I haven't done
No,
it for anyone, and I'm not doing
I
it for
haven't
you.
done it for anyone. Don't do it. it's so spammy. Don't ever do it.
Don't worry, Ben. I've
I
got.
have them on. I like them.
Why? so much spam coming to your email. Not so much for my channel because I said I was
all
gonna
of
load. I was gonna do an extra
spam
video a week, and that's not happened at all since I've started doing this stuff. So
Alright, well,
hooray for being productive.
Here you go.
I'm
Here
gonna
you go,
toddle
Ben.
off for a moment.
Right, Agnes. Same here. I'm gonna
Alright.
close off
Thanks,
the stream and all that
Max.
stuff, guys.
Yes.
I'll catch you in a bit.
Thank you.
Alright, thanks,
Right.
man.
Toodles.
Bye.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you very much for everyone that joined in for session. I want to say 20 something, 28, 27. Oh god, I wish I had my thing in front of me, but session X of Curse of Strahd. Really fun episode today. Yeah, I'm glad they enjoyed the Bluto character. Wanted to give my own spin of it, made it more of a comedic character than what it was in the book. But yeah, onwards again next Wednesday at 7:30 UK time again with Anthony as a DM. Will be Storm King's Thunder until unless something pops up. Otherwise, it'll be Curse of Strahd. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good time. Stay safe. And keep rolling dice and stuff. I don't know how to close this off. Okay, bye bye.